because I said shit in the free chat.
Dude, you can't say that!
Such a little shit as a kid. My mom was like,
heck?
Nolan, why'd you do that? Because it emails the parent account. I said something bad. And I said, oh, I was trying to write chip because we were on a boat. And I was saying, nice ship. No, because then she's like, Nolan, you said holy shit. And I was like, I said holy shit.
Yeah, we were going to the heaven.
I said it was a really cool ship. And then I started crying because my mom caught me in a lie.
You learned from then on never to swear again.
Yeah. Yep.
He swore again. Can't believe this.
Look, man, it was one other time.
Mm-hmm.
It was when somebody asked me to review Assassin's Creed 3 and I just lost it.
I must go all out just this
it.
once. I'm sorry, Mom.
I like did the thing. What's the thing called where you like the Father, Son, the Holy Spirit? You like cross over your body before you do something fucked up.
Yeah.
Forgive me. I'm going to sin.
Can't believe this.
That's what happens when your child gets tainted by watching angry video game nerd growing up.
Yeah.
And say fire said fuck. What are you aggressively typing?
He's very scared. He's very scared.
You want to see aggressive? Just let me type with my little 2-finger typing ass.
Mm-hmm.
No, you don't. I don't think you do. My friend Keenan has a really loud mic, and whenever he hits the space bar, it's like an actual like the space bar is like.
Oh my gosh!
It's awful.
That sounds beautiful, honestly, in a morbid kind of way.
Not when you're playing Valorant and you're like trying to listen for people, and you hear him bunny hopping across the map.
Oh no!
Like, oh.
Listen, he's just role playing. You can't get on him for that.
The whole point is that you're supposed to move slow and not make sound.
No.
It's like my friend Anthony, like actually screams when he dies. Like it moves from yelling fuck or being like, oh man, to like actual like, ah. And so I start yelling too, because I'm like, shut the fuck up! I'm trying to hear.
Okay.
And then I die. I'm tilted. He's tilted. It's.
Okay, that sounds worse than a team game. I will say I sometimes do that, like half jokingly when playing like Smash or something with my friends.
That's fine. Or like if we're just playing COD or something, it doesn't matter. But when my rank is on the line, I would prefer if we could lock it in.
Just shrieks over Mike. It's beautiful. Yeah, let me post this in here so I can copy the link. Do some awesome Twitter advertising.
Especially Valorant is specifically bad, by the way, for people like screaming, because you're forced to use push to talk in the game, and sometimes randoms will actually hit V on their keyboard just to scream when they die.
Yeah.
And it's like, why? What are we doing? This tactical shooter. I'm sorry.
Oh boy.
Hello to Heather Collins, Comrade Down, Adilami Baloney,
Yeah, I'll look at the chat in a sec. I gotta make my awesome post. Awesome! That Ozzy's greatest hits right there.
It's real EU hours.
Mm-hmm. The Aqua.
Yeah, the Aqua Boy, as everyone likes to fucking say it.
It's him. All right, let me.
We also have Ozziak here, who's he makes a lot of Assassin's Creed reviews, has a couple of famous Batman Arkham reviews. It's really good.
You know, honestly, like, I have to say it, I am really excited to get to that Assassin's Creed 3 video.
Yeah, no, I've been requesting it for ages. I actually.
Oh my gosh. Also, why did this copy this entirely?
I had to keep muting and unmuting because it's this awesome thing where my room is silent all day, and I'm in a garage, so typically it's quite loud. But the moment that I'm like, now I need it to be quiet,
Mm-hmm.
garage starts opening. My sister comes in talking on the phone with somebody, and it's like, and I'm like, yo, I'm in the middle of something, and she's like,
I feel that.
oh, okay, I'm leaving. Yeah, sorry, Claire, 1 sec. Yeah, I'm leaving, and it's like, just. Anyways, yeah, I can't wait for that Assassin's Creed review. I actually don't. All I do is sit here waiting. I'm constantly refreshing Ozziak's page.
It'll come.
Yeah.
It's not hard. It's like relatively challenging. Woo! As in having a basic thing that has like debuffs, I hope. All right.
Someone just said in chat, oh, hey, the hardest palace in Royal. Or should I say, the hardest boss.
No, it's not that hard. Like, I would say third semester, honestly, that dungeon is even harder than this overall.
Should we tell them? And I'm working through Royal. I'm on the second palace.
Please.
So you can spoil anything before the third semester.
Mm-hmm.
And I would appreciate if you guys respect that.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye out on the chat for people being poopy heads.
I'm also watching chat. But yeah, if I see anything, oh, holy shit!
Oh wow, dang!
You've got a super chat for $20 from Kyle Kimber saying, tonight on Purse Owner 5, a convicted felon leads the charge with his squad of teenagers to kill a successful businessman. A cat gets the life kicked out of it, and I try not to get excited at the sight of 2D women.
Perfect. Setting the tone already.
Humna.
Yeah. Stickman Kevin says I had more trouble with Michael than Okumura. I agree actually, because I don't know if you remember the Michael fight or not, because that's something. Okay. Yeah. Which once you know how to do that one, it's not that bad. But it's the same thing with this fight. The only difference is that one can fully heal themselves. Unlike this one, you can at least make progress if you beat a wave.
When I was fighting Shido for the first time, I was like super underleveled. And so, in order to balance that out, I went and grinded the Reaper and got super over-leveled. And Nam was so kind as to show me how to make Yoshitsune. I think that's his name. Right before Michael. And so Mike got shitted on, needless to say.
Yeah, that it'll do that.
And so did the Big Cut Man.
Crap, what was I just thinking for a sec? I know there's just a couple fights in this game that like are quote unquote hard, but you just kind of gotta know how to do them because this game is not very difficult. Okay, that's what I was gonna say. Oddly enough, I think Shido's boss fight is harder in this game, despite you being way more powerful.
Actually, I want to try it right now as well.
And it's sick. It's sick. It balanced things out in a very good way.
Okay, I'm gonna ask Ratboy79 to chill, please. He's just spamming, asking us to say something. And I just
Oh,
don't
it's that
want
guy
anything.
again. Yeah.
Oh, is he bad? Can I ban him?
God, I
please,
just put him in timeout.
I'll time him out. Ah, good shit. Look at us. Let's go, mod team.
Woo! Let's go.
Okay, let's go.
It will take you 70 attempts. Okay, that's the thing, because Aqua, I don't know how much you know about this fight specifically.
In Royal?
Yeah.
I know nothing. I just don't care if I get. I don't care if I get spoiled on like gameplay changes and whatnot. I just don't want to get spoiled on the new story stuff.
Just to clarify, this fight, people claim, like, takes them several hours to beat, and they'll like throw their controllers. They're like, I've been fighting this guy for 3 weeks and I can't beat it.
I mean, maybe the average player is like me and they use Swift Strike up until Yaldabaoth, or whatever, however you say his name, because they were genuinely convinced that it is. Well, they still are genuinely convinced it's the best move in the game. Only for the meme. Swift Strike, good. Come on now. Is it like actually hard though, or from what you get?
It's more challenging. Like it's one of the harder fights in the game, but there's so much harder. Like it's like easier Matador.
Good work, everyone.
Okay.
Yeah, it's.
I'm just.
Shh. You get it.
Someone asked if we simped for Haru yet? No, shot! That forehead out of here! Hammerhead looking ass!
You know what? I'll defend Haru here. I feel personally attacked right now.
I just think Haru could really benefit from some bangs, but I don't know if her hair is long enough.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I will say they did slightly change Haru's portrait in this game to give her a little less forehead.
Really?
That is something they genuinely did.
That's awesome.
It's like the like top of her hair no longer is like an angle; it's rounded out, so it looks a little more natural.
I want to see it now.
Let me see if I can find the comparison. Gotta go
Haru
on the
is better than your waifu? Yeah, okay, buddy. Like you're telling me anyone's better than Makoto. Also, I'm a firm, unchanging member of the Yukiko Stan Club.
Okay, see that's based. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I gotcha.
Oh, Heather said Anne is better than Makoto. Dude, that's pretty funny. That's a good one. No, I respect whoever your choice is, as long as it's not Haru.
Oh, scream!
Is Haru your favorite?
She's not my favorite, but I like her a lot.
To be fair, I never did her social link.
That might change things.
Is it that good?
It's one of the better ones.
Oh. I was stuck playing fucking chess for most of my... Sorry, playing shogi for most of my days. But to be fair, I like that I like Hifumi's social link a lot, but I couldn't finish it. I got to rank 9,
Mhm.
and I ran out of time.
Also, here's the two portraits and a little comparison. The one that makes her head less of a triangle is the new one.
Dude, that's so unnoticeable.
It's very slight, but I think it works in practice.
By the way, you seemed real fired up back when
They just fixed her hairline a little bit.
They fix her hairline, they fix her brow, they fix her hair a
I
little
can get
bit
one of
in
those.
the back.
beauty thingy.
Thank you, sir.
Who's David?
That was.
Oh yeah, see you, Dave.
The Dave.
I was trying to. Justice.
Alright, also, had you not done the palace at all yet, or no?
Is that a joke?
Okay.
You moron.
hmm
Somebody said, "Imagine fighting over waifus." Am I right? Haha. I'm gonna go back to playing Shen Megumi Tense and bullying Persona fans on Twitter. Have fun with your cringe waifu wars, you casual.
Even friends. It seemed
Oh, David had to come back, I believe, and ask if you were going to make a
school.
Q2 video.
We never escape.
But the female superheroes I used to see on TV were so great. They always fought for others, not themselves. And they were
Come on, bro. Make Assassin's Creed 3.
just like that.
Easy.
You know, I should just steal all your videos and just, like, put my stick figure on top of it.
It's fine having someone like that on our side.
That'll do it.
Joker.
You were gonna say something, Nick?
What are you doing here?
He got scared.
Huh?
hmm
This is insane.
Heather says, "Hey Nam, are you gonna defend Ryuji's character like you did Yosuke in P4?" Oh fuck, Nick, did you mute your mic in OBS? Everyone's saying is Nam not talking. Nam's muted on stream.
Oh boy.
Let's go.
I've been muted
There's
this
always an
entire
issue.
time?
Wait, the
There's
entire
always
time
an
you've been,
issue.
Dude, I just pulled a Spencer! I literally made fun of him for this!
you were muted the whole.
You know
Wait,
what?
have you guys heard him at all?
Oh my god!
It seems like they're only just now mentioning it, so maybe.
I was, I just checked.
That's fucking hysterical.
Dude,
Oh,
honestly,
yeah,
that
'cause-
brings bad luck.
Yeah.
Last-
Yeah, for context, I was streaming with Spencer from SMTN. Was that yesterday? I don't know time anymore.
Cognition?
Maybe the day before, something like that. And for the first like 3 minutes, he was just completely muted. And then before, when I was streaming with you, Nick, it just
Said before.
The internet
stream
just died.
exploded.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am the bearer of the curse.
Dude, I'm telling. No, I think Nam streams are cursed.
Phantom Thief?
Almost every stream I've had with Nam, something really bad has happened like directly afterwards.
Oh no.
First stream I did with Nick, my fucking dog died.
Oh my god!
Minutes after. And then I'm like, oh yeah, you know, it's a fluke. And then like the next stream, we had to stop it early because I was like, yo, I really gotta go. And it's because I had like the worst fight with my dad, and I was so pissed off the whole day. And like every time Nick streams, oh my god, something shitty happens.
Okay, I have to say a
Persona
couple
fans
things
be
first.
like,
I am so sorry. I have been answering questions, but apparently you guys have heard it. I also have to make an apologize to Kyle Kimber for donating, and I haven't. You did
Yeah.
not hear me thanking him, so I am very sorry about that, and I very much appreciate the donation. And yes, I will be defending Ryuji like I defended Yosuke, because much like Yosuke, I think Ryuji gets a lot of flack.
I
people
think
not like
Ryuji's just
Ryuji?
one of the freaking best characters.
Yeah,
He's such a home dog.
I've written so many notes about Ryuji in my little Google Doc so far.
Well, because like I think every single character has like of the party members does have a pretty rounded out arc, like opposed to what a lot of people say. But his is probably the clearest, and it's probably my favorite of all the party members.
It's funny because you say the clearest, and I don't really see. I see quite a few people say that they don't really like. That they say that Ryuji doesn't have much of a character arc outside of Kamoshida.
You know, I've seen a lot of people say a lot of things like that are wrong.
I accepted a political marriage for you.
Yeah, what? I'm kind of confused about that.
Disgust. Father.
I
Also, can we
think
call the
those
horny
people never
police
got the
on-
Shidos.
Satisfy
Hmm?
my own
I was saying, can we call the horny police on King Narukami, please? Holy shit.
Yeah, he's got a
He's down bad, as the kids say.
down extremely horrible.
Someone said Nam should also apologize for the virtual boy.
Oh,
That is
speaking
fair.
of which, I just got a comment today that was like picked up on YouTube's like censor thing. That was like some guy getting very angry at me because I didn't play Jack Bros on an actual Virtual Boy, and this wasn't even like a joke. He was like calling me like a 2000s like kid and that I can't appreciate it. Even though in like the entire video I was saying, you know, this game's actually pretty good for like a joke game.
Now,
Yeah.
why don't you come to me?
Heather Collins asked, "What do you think about Anne's character, Nam?"
I really do like On. I think she's pretty cool. I kind of want to avoid questions such as, what do you think of this? Because I don't want to make the video redundant.
Fair enough.
That's the thing, because I've been tempted to, at some point, make videos going down the arc of every single character, because for every single character of, like, the main, I guess, like, 10 in this game, I've heard people be like, they don't even have an arc, what are you talking about? For every single one. Also, we get this funny cutscene.
This isn't even a real Shin Megami Tensei game, come on now.
Literally a fake gamer.
I see you finally made up your mind, my dear faded friend.
Yeah, somebody, Dan Steele said when I see Makoto and then put, like, nauseous emojis. Haha. Yeah, I can ban you, right?
I don't know if you've seen this much, either of you. I've noticed a trend where people who like are hardcore fans of Futaba absolutely despise Makoto, and
Why?
the complete inverse is true. And I don't exactly know why.
Well, I like both characters.
So do
Praise
I.
me. Yeah, follow button right there, thank you. Nam, you shouldn't let people who don't like Haru on your stream. Too late. I've been here since literally the first Nam stream.
Yeah,
How'd that work out for you?
I refuse to stream without Nolan most of the time. I made an exception last time, but we all see what chaos like Nolan's there to like balance the power level of the streams.
And now you've fallen into the trap where now you have friggin' 3 monsters on a stream at once.
Pulling our own little posse here.
Anime version of Haru's Awakening was better than the game in my opinion. Don't crucify me. You know, if the anime did one thing right, I think Okumura's arc is slightly better in that adaptation.
I haven't watched
That's it.
anime.
It's not good.
That's why I haven't watched it.
It's
I also want to watch the dub, but I don't have a Funimation
I
account.
have no intentions of talking to you.
it's not worth. I don't
For the sake of
I don't care.
I can this.
It's just like mediocre. It's not even funny bad for the most part. Like some of the all-out attacks are funny bad.
Dude,
All right, let's do
Otherwise,
I like Makoto fine, but she's such a damn square.
I don't. She's a bit boring. I would heavily disagree with that one.
I don't. Yeah, I don't think she's boring. I think she's like very what's it called? Straight edge or
Yeah,
like,
she's
straight and
like
narrow?
the straight man for the team.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. I just did insane damage. Okay, Okumura's fucking done for.
Yep. I don't know. I find her pretty compelling compared to a lot of people. Also, hi, Dan Steele.
Makoto? I think she's pretty cool.
Mm.
I have a question. Do you ever keep the like element break skills, like nuke break and all that?
No, it's not necessary. Like, I guess they could have uses in certain scenarios, but you have a lot of better options. But one thing I do appreciate about Royal is giving you options in terms of that, because you can like make builds that warrant having those skills and completely busting through every enemy. I think there are better ways to go about it, but you can do that.
Someone's asking what I think about Okumura's boss fight. Since we're doing it, I can talk about it now.
No, well, oh wait, you're at his boss fight right now?
No, we're doing his palace. So.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, why don't we just wait until we get to that boss? Because we're inevitably gonna end up talking about it when we're there anyway.
I want to note, though, like I mentioned to you, Aqua, they did say it took them a week to beat it. This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, okay, so just wait a couple days. We'll talk about it once we get there. No
Is
big
this
deal.
New Game Plus? No, it is not. I only have a really high level persona because I've maxed out the Strength Confidant.
The game gives you a lot of venues to break it.
Already has a code name. You can call me.
Also, we're not using Izanagi no Okami.
I don't even own the DLC. I'm actually gonna buy it just to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to be a heroine of
You lucky lad.
I'm gonna buy it to talk about it and ask why'd they do this.
Hmm.
Have it.
Pay $10 and you just nuke the game.
As long as she's
Woo!
into it.
She created quite an elaborate.
The heck am I getting spammed?
Is there 3 people with me? Yes, it is me. Well, if we're counting myself, then it's me. It's the usual co-host Nolan, and it's my special guest, Ozzyek.
I definitely am special.
Yeah, very special. You know how? Oh, I had to jump through so many hoops just to get him on. It's so much work and effort.
I do
Aiden,
want
have
to know.
Aiden.
I do find it, Nick. I do find it extremely funny how we did, I guess, properly meet. Which wasn't it me just tweeting like, should I should like collab with some people or something? You were like, hi.
No, it was even more stupid. It was like borderline self-promotion. You tweeted a fucking joke with you and Thanos, like a death battle image or something.
Oh,
like,
that's
it was
what
like,
it was.
whose side are you on? I said yours because I want to collab with you.
Oh, look at that.
And then I took the opportunity to
Can smell the treasures in that
make that first minute of the Persona 1 review. I want to finish that video so bad. I keep mentioning it, but like,
Just have to keep going.
It-
Oh,
it's
there's a
constantly in
garage.
the back of my brain. Yeah, I heard that.
That Persona 1 review, from what I've seen
Oh,
of it,
dude.
is really good.
King Narukami, I will get on one of your podcasts one of these days. I'm trying. Destiny keeps dragging me away. Because I've been scheduled for like 3 different podcasts of his, and it always ends up with me just vanishing immediately before.
That sucks.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Speaking of King Narukami, are you team SMT 5 2021 or 2022?
Oh yeah. Many people disagree, and I'm going against my better judgment, but I do have to side with Team 2021.
That is you are putting too much faith in this company.
I am, but you know, sometimes optimism is the greatest power of all. And if if it doesn't happen, I'll just say that I always knew. I always knew it wouldn't happen. I was always on your side, King Narukami.
If I'm hopeful that it comes out this year like everyone else, but if it gets delayed, I'm not surprised.
Lightning McQueen says, I hope your day is well. Ka-chow.
Ciao.
Can't wait till Aqua sees the final boss, Hulk Hogan. Such a great boss. Yeah.
I do like that fight.
And some guy called Scythical said, I think he's referencing the guy. I think his name is Muhammad. Like the big fat guy, and he's like, "Oh my done,
Me?
oh my, done. Who you?" You know?
No, I don't know. I like her
Heather,
all-in-attack portrait so much. It's so fucking cool.
Heather, what's Papyrus doing? I think because I don't think he spoiled anything.
Nah.
He's talking about
mean,
Shido.
We're mostly talking. That's a reference to Shido.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, of course. There's, why would Hulk Hogan be in the
Hey,
game?
you know what? Heather, that's my home dog. Thank you for looking out for me. I appreciate it. That's another thing that I think is really cool about most of the Persona community is that I feel like, despite dabbling in a lot of discussion around it and like obviously being in these streams, I haven't seen very many spoilers at all. Like once people know, like, oh, you haven't played this, okay, then we just won't talk about XYZ.
I will say, like, I made a post talking about, like, Royal's a Masterpiece, whatever, recently. And it's been a year since Royal, so, like, I'm a little more lenient with what I show, but I'm not, like, I still try to not say a lot of stuff explicitly.
Mhm.
But I did post a very out-of-context image of the final boss that doesn't even show who they are. And I got 50 people spamming me, like, dude, spoilers! I'm like, it doesn't. You can't even tell what's happening here.
Yeah, well, and even Persona 5, like the base game, which I played last year, 2019, I think. I don't remember.
2021, but same thing.
You finished it. I don't remember if you finished it before or after Royal came out.
I finished it like right after, I think. But that's why it took me so long to get to Royal, because I had just finished base Persona 5, and I was like, fuck, I don't know if I'm really ready to jump back into it.
Oh, this is an interesting question by Tunic. They're asking me my opinion on the Nocturne Remaster's 30 FPS cap.
Uh-oh.
And I went into it a tiny bit on Twitter, but because Twitter's stupid and you have to, like, there's like a character limit and I can't talk about everything I want to. I think there's a will suit up there. But I think that Nocturne was probably made at a time when developers, when their games were at 30 FPS, they tied a lot of, like, the game's sort of, like, speed to that frame rate.
Mm-hmm.
It's the reason as to why something like the Final Fantasy X remasters, they're also stuck at 30. Like, San Andreas remaster is also stuck at 30.
Yeah.
So, like, if you uncap that frame rate and run it on, like, stronger hardware, the game speed itself, like, will increase. And I feel like it would be a lot more trouble than it's worth to get the game running better. I would appreciate it if it ran better, obviously.
Yeah.
60 FPS would just look probably very, very good. It looked great for Persona 4 Golden, because that game probably ran at, that game, at least that version Golden or whatever, ran at a better frame rate. And it looks very, very good at 60 frames, and I really wish Nocturne did it, but sadly that does not seem to be the case, and they don't want to try.
Josh Douglas asks, have you guys played Strikers? I know Nam has a lovely review on his channel for Strikers.
Ozyak has a better review of Strikers on his channel.
That is objectively true.
It was a great video. You should all watch his review of Strikers. It's kind of short.
I don't want to spoil it, but was it okay? I think I know what it is, because I watched one of your Persona 5 related reviews and I was like, oh, that's funny. And so I can't remember if that was for Strikers or not.
You know, that's I think that's a perfect way to summarize my channel. That was funny.
I don't remember anything about it. Yeah, it was good.
10-second silence.
We like those.
Oh boy. Also, just in case, Nick, I do know where all of the will seeds are by heart. Just in case you're kind of scrambling around. You get it? You get it? It's a pun.
Whew.
It's a pun.
It sounds like you're spoiling a bit of the opening, the greatest opening of all time in a video that you're making.
Yes.
Ma'am, what do you think of poodles?
Joker.
They're very valid dogs, I guess. I don't own
I
many.
think I fucking hate animals.
It's a little rude.
No, like I just don't like the hair. I don't like how dirty they are. Like I've told my girlfriend that if we ever, when we do move out together, if we ever get a cat or a pet, I want to get a hairless cat, because that would be the like just the most ideal for me. Because I just can't stand the hair. The fur just drives me up and around the bend.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, one sec.
I do appreciate the comment. Ozzy might as well have used water instead of milk in that, man.
Putting milk before... That is my favorite part of that. Milk before cereal.
I find it funny how many more people instantly went to comment about the milk thing instead of me stabbing a computer with a machete.
No, milk before cereal is a crime.
Everything in that was very intentional, but definitely not scripted.
That Phantom Thieves Twitter account is gonna come after you.
Oh no. No, they haven't before. They've done some funny BS. Hey Nick, which is better, mass destruction or wiping all out? From Arcole.
Oh my god, you're asking me to pick. That's hard as... I would say mass destruction, if only for the fact that the answer did this really cute thing where that was like the second verse of the song.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was the best part about the answer. It's so clever.
So that justifies the answer as 10 out of 10, best part of the series.
Yeah, exactly. I would love to play another 20 hours of the answer just because it's the second verse of a song.
It really did hit me that the answer is longer than Persona 1 and both versions of Persona 2.
Persona 2,
Suffer.
Eternal Punishment, I thought was going to be 20 hours long with like the same length, but it is not 20 hours long. It is 3 times that length.
Is it?
That game is long.
Oh, fair enough.
Because I was recording it right after I did the Innocent Sin video. I was like, oh, this is gonna take like the same amount of time. That is not true. It did not.
Yeah.
Okay, I was only skimming over this text because I've done this part before. Because it's just like getting the ID badges or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have to hit their weaknesses to get them? Because he just said something about women. Pardon?
It's just saying, this is actually something I really like in Royal, is they actually gave the dialogue they say here more, like, weight, because they actually, like, tell you each other's weaknesses out of spite, because they're all just trying to basically get their bosses screwed over. Which I actually like. I think... I feel like people undervalue how much this friggin' dungeon got changed.
This dungeon, also all the guys you fight here are the ones that you fight in the boss.
Harmless XD. Never mind, wrong. Oh, never mind, okay. The message I was going to read out got retracted, because I was going to ask, can we talk about it? So I'm going to assume that it's probably not a good idea.
Uh-huh.
It was over, well, I don't mind saying it was over the Style Over Substance video, and I was just wondering if you want the discussion around that to defer.
I can separate my personal thoughts on the video from the creator of it.
But not everyone else can, so if you don't want to necessarily talk about it, don't have to.
For the sake of not starting any arguments,
Yeah, it's just...
we can skip over
Mhm.
It's one thing to, I don't know.
it. The only thing I would say is that I'm just not the biggest fan of that video.
Yeah, I don't have much problem with him in general, but like, it's an interesting take.
I appreciate
also.
the effort that went into it though, because making something that's like
Yeah.
that long is pretty crazy.
Absolutely.
Namor Ozzy, have you watched Kaguya-sama? I've watched most of it.
If that's anime, I haven't watched it. I don't really watch.
Yeah. It's good. I don't think it's like as amazing as a lot of people say, but it's good. Watch Toradora. That's my response to that one. Also, yeah, now the chat is just talking about that video.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, let's move the conversation, because I can see it now. Shit is just gonna travel, and it's gonna be like, oh yeah, Nam was talking shit about your video.
Yeah, I am not doing that. So.
And if these guys are anything like Assassin's Creed fans, then everything you say and don't say will be used against you.
Where's your counter response video, huh? Oh my gosh.
I think I might replace Yusuke for this dungeon, because he does not seem very useful here.
Yeah. I would say replace Yusuke with Morgana, in my opinion.
Over all the personas, who's your favorite starting persona?
From design or usefulness, because if it's like usefulness, probably Izanagi, because he doesn't have a weakness. Well, no, he has a weakness, but he has a nullification to dark.
Mm.
What about design?
It's Arsene.
Arsene, it's very...
Really?
Arsene or Izanagi, because I'm biased as fuck.
Well, I was gonna say, I think Izanagi has a cooler design than Arsene, personally.
I think Izanagi has an extremely cool design.
Yeah. Well, I've just never been a fan of top hats. Or the whole, like...
His top hat's really cool.
Gentleman bastard type look, you know?
The light.
Really cool.
Give me money.
So since we have 100 people watching, should we tell them about how I sold out my friends on my first playthrough?
Oh my god, funniest thing. Oh, I think I already told Ozzy about this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Nolan's like the biggest brain individual I've ever met in my life. Because
Trust me, I've met several who have fallen into that trap.
It made sense.
In my casino video, there's a bit where, like, when it gets to talking about that moment, I call out someone that I refer to as Ryan for having sold out their friends and then saving over their, like, data. Because they didn't realize that the game isn't supposed to end there when you die. and then they never beat the game because of that, because they're like, I don't feel like it anymore.
That's a zero punctuation Gravity Rush 2 moment.
Oh no.
I then got 30 or so comments from people named Ryan being like, what the heck, how did you know? I'm like,
Every Ryan did it.
every single one, all 30 of them.
Well, because they're like, I justified it to myself. I was saying, okay, well, if they already know who the friends are, like they're pretty confident in it, it's like, I don't care what my little butterfly that flied across the screen told me care about my friend said. I'm trying to get if we're all going down, I might as well just snitch and get out early. You know what I mean?
I think that might be why you got killed.
And even though the game itself says have faith in your bonds.
Yeah.
No one's like,
Tunic-
fuck that.
Tunic asked, what's your favorite Ultimate Persona? Is that counting just the second tiers or third?
There you are.
You can talk about third tier personas. I don't care if it's from Royal.
Requires the cooperation
'Cause-
of thieves undergo- it's a special fusion called
Are, like just protagonist ultimate personas or like everyone?
This is a helpful ritual.
Okay, yeah, then for me it's...
Heard that there are special-
I like No Okami a lot, but I feel like for both, it's still Joker.
But put your best effort
I think every variation of Joker's persona is top tier.
When we say ultimate persona, are we saying Messiah or Orpheus Telos?
That's the question, isn't it?
Well, I came here to grab. I came here to grab something.
Justine, are you sure?
Anybody ever hear of the YouTubers Gnarly or Your Bud Tevin?
I have heard of them.
Many have.
I don't watch Persona videos, and I still get Gnarly in my recommended.
Because you're my friend. That means everything is Persona and SMT.
If you, those are the two who have done many a challenge video. Meaning, if you've watched any Persona video, they will appear in your recommendeds.
I've also discovered. Whoops, I did not mean to go to that one. I found out that in Gnarly's Persona 4 challenge run video, where he does Izanagi only, I found out the same fucking thing happened to him, where he recorded the entire game on a PlayStation TV, and then the fucking Steam port came out, and I am never getting over that. I'm gonna be 100% honest. One of the reasons why I put off recording this game, because I was afraid it was gonna happen again.
Don't rush this.
Like, I know it's gonna happen. Once I finish this, it's going to happen.
Ooh, Joker.
Let me see. Gnarly's the Eckhart's Ladder of the SMT community. I have no clue what that means.
Yeah, I don't know. I hope that's not like a shit talk. I don't know. Heather's cool. Probably not.
I can't account to whatever the frick that's referring to. After playing Royal, everyone likes Izanagi no Okami. I mean, everyone really liked it before, but I do think it's funny how busted they are in this game.
I'm gonna DoorDash some coffee.
You don't have a spare?
I'm starving like a Marvin.
I'm noticing some narrative patterns, Nick, because that was the same thing that happened with me before.
It's insane.
Everything's gonna fall to the same place. I'm telling you, you're gonna get to the final like few minutes of the Okumura fight, and then your house is gonna catch on fire. Eckhart's Ladder is a Star Wars YouTuber.
Okay.
But are you saying this in a good way or in a bad way?
I still don't know if it's good or bad.
I've avoided Star Wars after the new trilogy, like online.
I don't blame you.
It's a
The entire-
minefield.
Not that I ever engaged in it much beforehand, but I was like, as a kid, I thought Star Wars was cool because it's like, light swords, and I didn't care much for the story. But then by the time I got old enough, and like by the time I got to a point where I started like taking a closer look at narratives and whatnot, it was when that new that new trilogy came. Sorry, I'm watching the Morgana and on Showtime. I'm like, holy, wow. So fucking cool. I did not think they'd top the all-out attacks, and they did. And by the time I was able to actually comprehend that kind of stuff, the new trilogy came out, and people just shit it all over it, and I was like, oh man, here we go. It says Marsh and Gnarly are my top favorite SMT content creators. Yeah, are they number 2 and 3? And number 1's Nam, right?
Where's Ozzy on that list?
Oh,
Right.
Fuck,
Marsh is
Tori.
pretty
No, you're number 1 as well. It's a tie.
Marsh is pretty good as well because he
Yes.
I haven't watched a lot of his newer stuff. I know people really like his Mega 10 reviews, but he used to do a bunch of like really stupid freaking memes about the various games. Because oh gosh, there's a really good one where it's the SMT4 characters talking about the presidential election and who they're voting for. And even without context as to who those characters are, it is beautiful.
I like
Oh,
Marsh's
man.
video a lot. I like his videos a lot because he plays games that I have no interest in touching.
You know, that is fair.
What a home dog.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so to finally close out the Eckhart's Ladder narrative, I won't say whether or not this implies they're a good or bad channel because I don't fully know. All I'm gonna say is their profile picture is Doge.
Nice.
So,
Hey, you guys seen that shit with Dogecoin?
yes.
I was thinking about buying a couple of books on like cryptocurrencies and stock markets and whatnot, like actually trying to learn about it.
Mhm.
Because I'm at a point now where I really got to start investing my money.
Yeah, I had been coasting on it before, like, I guess the second bigger boom that just happened.
mhm.
And I got a bit from it. So I think it's neat. Investing is good.
I can't set up an account on like any of the websites that keep denying me.
Yeah.
It's really finicky to set it up.
Yeah, I don't know why it's so dumb, because
When you're 13
like-
years or older, you need to get your parents.
No,
Next question. Somebody asked SMT IF review when?
If I've never played If, and
Assassin's Creed 3.
maybe someday I'll probably play SMT 1 and 2 before at least 1 because SMT 1 is a very cool game for the time it came out.
I find it funny, SMT If is like the Mega 10 game, as far as every like reception I've seen, it's the Mega 10 game that people complain about the most, but when people actually like get to it, it's the most justified in terms of complaints.
Yes.
Like, when I was playing P1, like, a lot of people complained about the gameplay in various aspects, and like, it's not flawless by any means, but I enjoyed my playthrough of it. And then I get to like If gameplay from what I've seen, the little bit I played, I'm like, oh, okay, I get it.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Yes. Yeah.
I played a bit of If and I enjoyed it. Yeah.
Talking about JoJo.
Yeah, there's just a JoJo conversation in the chat. So by JoJo logic, Persona 6 would be the most innovative. Nah, that would mean Persona 4.
SMT.
Oh yes, next video is SMT 9.
Oh, so
I wish this man luck on a
SMT
spiritual level.
9, we still don't have 5.
Ozzy, have you made any Persona 4 related videos? I'm not trying to be rude because I don't watch any of Nam's Persona content either because I try
Nah, it's
to
good.
keep it out of my
Thanks,
recommended.
Nolan.
Hey, all right, so Nick knows this. For some reason, YouTube hates me, and when Miles Morales was coming up, somebody got the game early, posted the ending online with the title and thumbnail containing spoilers, and it was just in my recommended with like 50
That
views.
is hell.
And the same thing happened with Assassin's Creed Unity, Batman Arkham Knight, all of these games that I love. And it's, and so I don't want it to happen with Persona 5 Royal, because it did happen with Royal, actually, or not Royal, it happened with base Persona 5. I saw the end boss design for Cheeto.
Also, when you were
Man.
just playing the game on stream, someone just said, "Oh, you gonna fight? Have you done the Velvet Room boss yet, or something?"
Yeah, and I was like, what the fuck, man? Don't say that. And he's like, oh, I thought everyone knew. It's in every Persona game. And I'm like, ah!
I hate that. They spoil every game at once.
Anyway, so that's why I'm asking. I have like looked at your channel, but I have avoided the Persona.
I do not blame you. It is on the docket.
Okay.
It's coming. Because I'm planning to review every mainline game and the spin-offs whenever I get the chance. It'll happen, but right now it's basically like Persona 5 centric with a couple other things spiced in. That's about it.
Well, and I mean, especially with how long those videos take, you probably get not burnt out on making videos, but just burnt out on talking about Persona.
Well, that's the weird thing.
Because it never ends.
Well, that's the weird thing. It actually isn't, because I don't like, a lot of people do have like that burnout of like I want to make this video whenever I feel up to do it or do this or that.
Yeah.
I don't really get tired of talking about even just like P5 or just Persona in general. Like, I do find that perpetually compelling, even like nearly 2 years into my channel. But like, it takes time. So I'll
I hear you. Well, and it's like yesterday I had a fucking math final and a history final, and I had to work on putting stuff together for a women's studies final, and it's like I finally had time to work on a video, and it's like, oh, I'm fucking tired. I don't want to do that now.
Exactly.
Because Nam told me that you're also in school, and it's like, school takes fucking time, man.
No, I feel that.
I said I thought he was in school. I didn't confirm.
Oh. Are
Actually,
you in school?
I'm not in this semester,
Oh,
but I will be next semester.
mad respect. Next semester, I'm taking off.
Ooh, we'll trade.
Yeah, because I don't know. I typically take summer semesters anyways, but my parents were like, you should take one off and then focus on YouTube. And a week later, my CPM went down by like $4.
Oh my
I'm
god.
fucking pain and suffering right now. Anyways, moving on.
You know what? I'll appreciate at the very least your parents going, you should focus on YouTube at this period.
Yeah, that was like super weird. They're like, take a break, focus on it, do what you want to do, and I appreciate that, because I feel like there are a lot of parents that are super like, oh, go to school, get your degree.
That's the thing. My parents will flip on a dime at like when it's convenient.
No,
when
I
my
do
child actually is like doing decent, it's like, yeah, I'm super proud of you. I'm like, okay. And then on the other side, it's like, why are you working on this thing? Don't you have dishes you need to be doing? I'm like, oh.
Dude, when I was like 16, I used to work as a dishwasher, and I'd come home from an 8.5-hour shift of washing dishes at this Chinese buffet where there's just like sauce everywhere. It was disgusting and it was brutal. And then I'd come home and they'd be like, you know, it was your night to do dishes, right? And at like 10:30, they'd get me to do dishes before I went to bed. And I'd be like, you guys are fucking kidding me.
Sorry, I'm not talking that much. I was just trying to pay attention to find out who the chief director was.
Yeah.
Nah, it's all good. I don't know. I find like the balance of, I guess, life and just like exhaustion and video making to be weirdly interesting.
Yeah.
Not the most fun, but like I think about the fact that my very first video, like, I was super amateurish. I didn't really know what I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
But that took about like 6 to 7 months to make and edit and all that and record. And then the third video, which was the like Psy Casino one, which is about the same length and kind of same thing, just a little better edited.
Yeah.
I made in like 6 days. And then I get to like another video that's even shorter. I'm like, this took 3 weeks to make.
And the quality goes up too. Like,
yeah.
the first review type video I made was on Bloodborne, and it was fucking awful. Like, it is just, it's still on my channel.
Many of memes have been spawned from Nolan's videos in our private calls.
Because they were really bad. And it's like, it used to actually take me like 2 or 3 months to make a video. Now it's like, I'm consistently getting them out on like a bi-weekly basis. And they're much longer and better. And it's the same goes with Nam. I remember he was working on that Persona 3 video for actual month, like 3 months, was it?
I finished playing the game. That took me like about a month to do both the journey and the answer, and I think the video came out at the end of January of 2020, so it took like 4 to 5 months or something. Yeah,
and I just remember, like, you would text me, or I'd be like, hey, what are you doing? You'd be like, yeah, I'm at work. What are you doing when you get home? Persona. The grind for months, it was crazy.
Now, I think the dedication like that for a lot of videos is interesting to look at in, like, retrospect.
Mm-hmm.
And in the moment is, like, arguable hell.
Do you ever, like, what's your favorite video that you made?
Oh, crap, that's really tough, because I've made, like, a lot of different style things. Most of them are on P5, but I have, like, I don't know. because I did a video on an anime, because I had mentioned Toradora earlier. I did a video on that
Yep.
at the very end of last year.
I saw
And a
that.
lot of people say this is my best edited video, and I agree. But for some reason, looking back at it, I don't see it as much as I did when making it. And I don't understand that.
Look,
Um,
the building is where the treasure is.
But one of my favorites, I guess, like, rewatching whenever I do, is the casino video I mentioned, just because it's me screeching about things I like for an hour.
So do you find that like when you're making a video, you'll not like gas yourself up, but you'll be like, oh, this is going to be so good. And then like you kind of go back later and you're like, oh, maybe it wasn't that great.
It depends.
All right.
Like, there are certain videos that, like I liked a lit. Actually, no. I don't know if I have a video that I liked more before, like while making it.
Okay.
Like until after, I'm like, oh, this actually came out better. Because
Yeah, I was gonna say, 'cause I have that a lot. Like I make a video and I'm like, this is such a piece of fucking shit. I shouldn't even put it out. And then like months later, I'll come back and be like, that was kind of good.
Bro, yeah, I will say I do have it where several times, especially early on, I'll have like one editing issue or two that no one notices but me, but then I see it watching back, I'm like, I hate this.
Me and Nav spent like 4 hours working on a title card for the to line up, and it was the most like it was the stupidest thing because it didn't matter. Nobody noticed, or well, the video's not out yet, but nobody's gonna notice. But it's like
It's funny.
I noticed, I did it, and
That's-
I have to. It has to be perfect to me.
That's the thing, it'll be something like, I think it's in my first video where there's like a single frame where my stick figure isn't on screen and it's just a white screen. I'm like,
That is the
This is
worst. I would hate to see that. Like,
Yeah.
what the heck is it?
Lisa brings up a good point, saying having confidence in what you make is important.
It is.
Okay.
To an extent, as long as it doesn't get mistaken for cockiness.
Yeah. There's a good balance between like ego and I guess passion for what you're doing and
Yeah.
kind of understanding what your strengths are. One thing I did kind of get reminded of, which I don't know if I've told you about this or not, Nick. But so have I ever told you about when I was making the palace ranking video? Or no?
You have not told me much about the palace video other than that you were working on it recently.
Well, that's the jail ranking for strikers. I mean the
The Persona 5 palaces? No, you
Yeah.
haven't told me much about that.
All right, so the story. I don't know why. Every time I'm like, I'm gonna make a Persona 5 ranking video, something goes wrong. You know what it was this last time with all my crap getting deleted.
Yeah.
The time before was awful in a very different way. Cause, I don't know if you saw this, and I guess informing Akka as well. Like, the computer I had before this one, which I only got this one at like the start of this year, was actually garbage by 2012 standards. And I have been using that for years. It was garbage when I got it. And I had been editing on that, and gradually every video I made, it just got worse and worse, to the point that when I was doing the palace ranking for Royal, my computer, it was like 3-hour files for like the recordings and stuff I had, and my computer just decided to never render them properly. And so I was like, this video is going to be really quick to make. It'll probably be like a couple days, like 3 or 4, based on what I've made before. That video, because of how long it took, and my computer, with no exaggeration, crashing over 100 times in that like 3-week period. Yeah, it was 3 weeks of me sitting on a couch with my computer set up on a chair in front of the couch. Me literally hiding out in that room for several weeks, being like, I'm finishing it.
Holy shit, what is this guy weak to?
Everything. That one.
It's the
it.
Rare Shadow.
No, Gunna's the necklace. What the heck is this one?
Hey, Nam, you know you can reorganize your skills, right?
I do know that, but I refuse to do it because one of our other friends, Dylan, got really upset that I never did it. and now I just don't do it out of spite.
Nice.
Do you guys dream in the first or third person?
The first or third person? It's always the first person for me.
I don't.
Dreaming in third person sounds different.
I've had like one or two in third person. They're mostly first person. I have like really bad nightmares, so I don't, and I just don't remember my dreams.
Mm-hmm.
They just I just kind of wake up.
I just made a mistake and killed the thing I was trying to recruit.
Let's go!
I'm too powerful.
God.
Fuck it.
You're saying weak to gun?
Is it actually weak to gun? I feel
No,
embarrassed.
gun is the one that is like a necklace.
Okay.
I like that bird.
Cursor Bless? I don't know, because if it's Cursor Bless, then that means it'd be weak to like insta-kill, and I don't think they would want to do that.
Mm.
People
Oh,
make good day.
coming in clutch. I love that. Yeah, I think Futaba as a character has grown on me a lot, like after my playthrough of Persona 5, because I couldn't do any of her social link.
Mhm.
I didn't have I think you needed like confidence or
You needed
something.
kindness 4.
Yeah, and I couldn't get it up.
And like Futaba, I still love as a character. Definitely my least favorite of the Phantom Thieves, but I definitely go through phases where I'm like, oh, a little more iffy on her. Nah, she's pretty great.
Yeah, I just like I don't know, I like the quirky little sister kind of vibe.
Yeah, I prefer the little sister vibe of it more than the
Catch your breath.
quirky little gamer vibe of it.
We're all just quirky little gamers, are we not?
Exactly, which is why I hate it.
Yeah, all the conversations I've had with Nolan and Oziak, it's pretty much just Futaba. Futaba talk, we just go, yes, Pokemon, Naruto, yeah.
It's just a Dachi Cabbage image again.
Ali baby.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, do you have the free DLC for Royal? You probably do. But you were saying you weren't going to use it.
Yeah, I didn't want to use it because I wanted to give this game like at the monicum, like at the tiny little chance that it had.
Mhm. Why is it when I get on a stream is when everyone decides to at me at once?
Or it's like when somebody wants to open the garage like 5-6 fucking times.
It brings darkness. The best way to put it. The devil is here. And his name is
Are you going to make X video?
Yo!
I'm sorry, I'm still tilted about that.
No,
I don't think I should fight Giri Mikala because I don't exactly have great light skills.
Phase room. What?
If you're gonna run,
Hmm.
now's your chance.
What was that thing where the red velvet room door popped up on the screen?
That's that's fusion alarms. That's a new thing in Royal.
Yes,
Oh.
it's one of the most busted mechanics in the game.
Yep.
Basically, you can like guarantee fusion accidents, but you can guarantee a specific kind that will give you specialized personas that have a lineup of like a certain type of skill, but every single kind of it, which just makes fusion piss easy.
Damn.
Since that last stream, by the way, I've figured out how to do how to fuse things properly in this game and how moving up the Arcana tree works.
Ooh.
I did some research.
Wow, aren't you clever?
I still prefer the way it's done in 3 and 4, though.
Wow, aren't you clever?
Yeah, I'm so cool, guys. I prefer the jank old way to the easy new way.
You are so cool. I'm surprised you're even streaming. You could take time out of your day filled with
Out of my
awesome
busy schedule.
supermodels and driving really nice cars.
You know, everyone here subscribe to Nick's Compendium and Aqua Boy.
Nick's
Nick's Compendium. I like Aqua Boy.
Osaic.
I scream. I think the one that has pained me the most, I think, was like Oziach, or like Oziak. They're
Because it's so close. Like they've gone over the O, which is like the hardest part to take the gamble on.
like the more of it you emphasize to an upsetting degree, the worse it comes out.
I forgot to ask this the last time we were talking, but how do you feel that everyone calls you Oziak instead of Oziak?
There's no difference. I don't care.
You just seethe with anger when it happens?
Here's a little bit of lore. The pronunciation used to be different until I realized that Oziak or Oziak are both way more common sense.
What was it before?
Because I was young, the pronunciation I always came up with was Oziach, which is really dumb and terrible.
That's not that bad.
I mean, there's worse. There's definitely
Yeah.
worse. But you could just Oziak is way better. Ozzy, I don't care.
I'll reveal your true form.
I had something like that with a username when I was younger too, and it was for me. It was just I'm just gonna let people call me this. My childhood username was GUSH 69, and like haha funny number, but it's just because my dad was born in 1969. But it was based off of my last name, which is pronounced Goosh. And everyone just called me Gush. And I thought, instead of correcting every fucking person, no, it's Gush, yeah, it's Gush, or saying, no, it's Goosh, it's Goosh, I just went with Gush, and then my name was Gush for like fucking close to a decade.
You've evolved.
Yeah, and now it's Aqua, which when I made the username was completely original. Nobody had the name, but now every 13-year-old who's ever seen an anime has the name, and now I look like the unoriginal one.
But Nolan, now you're a fucking sweet anime babe. How do you feel about that?
I feel like a sweet anime babe. Like, there's not much more to say.
So nothing's
great.
changed?
No.
Also, there's a wheel seat around here, kinda.
I must deactivate the laser gate.
Someone asked if you seen Persona 4 the animation. I was working through it with Nick, but then, I don't know, we both got busy.
I just haven't watched more of it. I love the Persona 4 anime so much.
Woo! $2 donation from New Table saying, bought both versions of Persona 3 because of you. Thanks.
Oh,
Godlike.
Thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. I'm surprised that my video convinced you to buy the game because I've kind of railed in on it at points. But I'm glad that you're trying the series out. If this is your first one.
Hey, the
Unfortunately, this is the exact
has there ever been a comment that you've gotten where somebody said, "Oh yeah, I bought this game because of your recommendation. I fucking hate it," and they're angry at you?
I've never had anyone say they hated it.
Gotten that a bit.
I'll be under control.
I've had a few of those.
Because I only play good games.
Somebody was like, "Yeah, I watched your video on X game and I was really excited, so I bought it, and it was terrible."
Was it Assassin's Creed?
Of course, it was Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, well, see, that's the difference. Is your
That is fucking funny.
Assassin's Creed is a very interesting franchise to talk about. I'll give you that.
It's so divisive. Like, people are so angry about it, and like every game in the series has an equal number of people that is like, "This is the worst thing ever made," and people saying this is a masterpiece, and it's so confusing. Because people are like, "Oh, you just base your opinions on whatever's going to get you views," and it's like, but each one is as divided as the next, and having a certain opinion will get you nowhere.
Yeah. Man, it is.
It's
Whatever
a
you
weird series. That's why I like Persona more. That's why I like Nam streams, because Persona fans are generally speaking a little bit cooler. That's the joke, by the way. That's the punchline, set up the whole thing right there.
Man. Which Assassin's Creed? All of them.
Well, I just did this sweet baton pass combo only for it to miss at the very end.
Dude, you're sick.
Hey, Nam can attest to my Persona 4 luck in combat was atrocious.
It's the funniest thing.
And then, like, I don't know, I eventually swapped the difficulty to super easy because I just couldn't be fucking bothered with the combat. And even then, I would miss so many times in a row that a battle would take like 15 turns because I just couldn't hit. Like, the game would be so easy; it was a one shot. I just had to hit him, and I'd be rushing, and it wouldn't happen.
Noel was fighting.
Have either of you actually seen safe mode in this game?
No.
It is. Because, like, that's, like, the mega easy difficulty, but I had never actually seen it until going through it with another friend of mine, and we were like, huh, let's see how this works. It's not that I don't understand how you could have fun with the game at this point, but you'd really have to convince me how you do.
It really
because it is whenever you die in a battle, literally the game just goes. So you want to get back up? Or are you done playing the game for today? And then just midway through the battle, you just get a full heal.
You want to try again?
Well, it's not even try again. It will just completely revive you, right back where you were when you got knocked down.
Yeah, like, and I understand that. I guess I'm robbing myself of the experience or whatever if I play Persona 4 on like super easy or whatever the easiest was. But it was just because I don't have a ton of time, and I just kind of come off the trails. Like only a few months earlier, I finished Persona 5, and so like I kind of had my fill of the gameplay at that point, and I was just bored. I didn't want to min-max my personas and figure out the weaknesses. Like it was like I just want to see the story, and the story was fucking awesome.
I wouldn't even say you're robbing yourself of the experience, because I would say most of Persona 4's main appeal is outside of the combat.
That's the thing. Like, I think P5's combat is really dynamic and fun. So that's where I'm like, why would you just... Why would you do that? This video isn't wanting me to make a YouTube video now. You're like my 6th favorite YouTuber.
Yeah, this guy's been talking about becoming a YouTuber at time. Yo, guys, we're at 69 likes. If anybody leaves another like, I'm banning you.
I'm gonna dislike it.
Yeah, just leave a dislike now. No, don't. Sorry. Yeah, this guy's been asking if he should become a YouTuber, and I'm wondering, do you guys want to potentially tackle that question of if somebody should
if
become
you
a
want
YouTuber?
to become a YouTuber, go for it. Like, honestly. You just gotta put in work to, like, try to...
Yeah. Okay, I'll say, if you want to make a YouTube video or, like, are passionate about making videos out of the fun of it, 100% go ahead. Just actually dive in. Regardless of how amateur you think it's going to come out, it's always best to actually take that step to try and make something and see how it works. If you're pursuing it as a career, that's a much more tricky conundrum to discuss.
I just want
Why are you guys unliking the stream? Stop that. Fucking assholes. I saw that drop down to like 65. It's back up to 69 now.
We have had like a consistent 100 people here, which has been neat.
Yeah.
That is pretty cool.
Damn, you the views at. What were the views like last stream? Good?
I was like around... I don't remember.
It was less than this.
Yeah.
It was fluctuating mostly because the stream just kept ending and restarting because the pippy internet.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever thought of reviewing the Persona anime?
I've thought about making a video just talking about Persona adaptations, but then I'd have to watch like a lot of content and then read a bunch of manga.
Yeah. I will say, yeah, the P4 anime, because you brought up before, I think the P4 anime is arguably better at telling the story of P4 than the game.
I'd say
Really?
the Persona 4 anime does a lot of stuff that like makes it... I would say that if you watch the Persona 4 anime, you've played the main story. Like, you know what happened in the main story.
Obviously, like, the like social links are not going to be as nearly as fleshed out, and if that's something you want to experience, 100% go for it. But I feel like a lot of the main narrative beats are handled a lot better in that anime, especially because Narukami actually is given an arc.
They gave him such an interesting character in that anime. It's shocking. It is criminal that they only used it in that anime and not anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
They gave him his like jokey personality in like the spin-off games, but like in like the actual story, it's pretty good. It is pretty good.
Yeah, I love it. Also, Tunic did ask, what do you guys think of the way fusing personas in P5 works?
P5 or Persona 5 Strikers?
Or, sorry, Strikers, yeah.
Persona 5 Strikers, I don't like... I thought, like, it just being in, like, just a list the entire time was kind of lame.
I think that game added so much common sense, great quality of life, which made it even stranger that they only had fused by result. It was, like, 50 steps forward, but one massive leap backwards. It's weird.
Someone said people really be saying the main characters are boring when they're silent protagonists.
Okay, I feel like Persona games generally, despite having silent protagonists, I'd say about half the time make them pretty compelling.
I think twice. only.
Well, their
two times.
backstory.
Okay, yeah, Joker and I guess like Tatsuya Maya.
I would just say Tatsuya. When Maya's protagonist, I think she's pretty boring. But because like
I haven't seen a lot of Maya in EP, so I don't know.
I went into this in my video where it's like I thought it was kind of lame how they took someone who had a character and just like removed it for the sake of sticking with tradition. And the reason why I didn't mind it with Tatsuya because he was someone who had some loose characterization and then he was just given a full-on personality.
Yeah. And then Joker also has a pretty clear arc.
And
which,
Joker is pretty much just like Joker is like a lot like Tatsuya in that way, where it's like he follows like a clear character without words. But if he was given dialogue, it would definitely be like stronger. But as the way it's set up now, it works.
Well, I'd even argue that it at least makes pretty clear sense why Joker's kind of quiet and reserved in context.
Yeah.
So I don't
Be
mind.
very careful, like, has to choose his words very carefully.
This guy better be Victor Gunn. Chat was right. You're wrong.
Donnie from the Grand.
I was like, you're getting blocked.
Wow. Okay. Cringe.
I almost just killed this guy when I did not want to do that.
Don't move now.
Donnie from the Grandmaster. What's the difference between P5 and Royal? Yeah. A lot of people will say that it's just a P5 with DLC thrown on, and I think that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. That's my little vent out.
There's a lot of mechanic tweaks, redesigns in the palaces. A lot of them were streamlined to be less annoying. Primarily,
It is.
first thought is Shido and also Okumura, because Okumura, like, you probably saw the little thing I just did to like find the chief director. Like in the original game, that was much longer. Like there was a lot of people you had to talk to.
Hey, sorry, I was just want to say we got another $2 donation, a super chat from Echo Tech, who says, "Have you played any SMT titles? Any favorites?"
Thank you for the donation. I very much appreciate it. I actually have played a couple SMT games, like mainline ones. My favorite one is Nocturne, but on my channel, I'm not sure if you're new here or not, but on my channel I have reviewed Nocturne and the first Digital Devil Saga game. But I've had played a lot of mainline SMT, and I really like it.
Yeah. For me, I haven't fully beaten a mainline SMT game yet, though, but I played most. Actually, no. No, I did beat Strange Journey. But yeah, my favorite SMT game, I guess counting spin-offs as well, is probably Devil Survivor. Until I beat Nocturne, most likely.
You need, that's like... Have you played 4 at all?
SMT4?
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you finish it?
No, but I know the gist.
Yeah, well, Nocturne's a lot like 4, but it's like 4 just like has the benefit of having an actual like cast of characters
Narrative.
instead of just presenting the ideas.
Which I feel like comes with its own caveats comparatively, but I don't know. Both seem like a good time.
Yeah. It's like because no, in this like Mega 10 fan base, if you like one game, you hate the other ones.
Yeah. I do find it funny and also kind of nice how many of these games people can have like drastically different opinions on and what they like. Because like a lot of people, including a lot of like more prevalent creators, find Strange Journey to be one of the best. I personally find the gameplay of it extremely boring.
A bit awful.
Stories, like, I legitimately think it has some of the most boring combat in the entire franchise. Less the dungeon crawling itself, more just how nothing the battles are. Devil Survivor or Devil Summoner? I need to get to Devil Summoner for favorite SMT games. Thank you, Masked Gamer Joker. Perfect name. Also, I guess when we were talking about the Persona 4 anime, someone asked if we were talking about the golden adaptation of the anime or not. No.
Talking about the original.
What? Did we watch the original, or did we watch
we were
the
watching
golden?
the original.
Is the golden one ass?
Yeah.
Here's my PSA. A lot of people would say to watch the golden anime because of certain things it does with the antagonist. In my opinion, I don't think that's even as good as people say, and I don't think even if it was that it's worth going through that slog. It's too much garbage.
Dead.
It's pretty much just like they remake the first episode and then they just like do all the events that Golden did, and like a good majority of people were very iffy on Golden's new like content.
Because Marie's a mediocre character.
Yeah, I don't understand the hate with Marie.
I did it, like, getting into the series, a lot of people were like, Marie sucks.
Yeah.
I like to give the benefit of the doubt for a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna play it myself and see what's up with this. You know, Marie, I like her design. How her personality is described doesn't seem as bad as people kind of rant about. And then I played it.
And
Yeah.
so are you on the side of like Marie sucks?
I cannot stand Marie.
I don't like the whole quirky like, oh my god, I hate you, stupid jerk, you suck. Like, I don't like that, but I don't know. I wasn't like getting like that annoyed. I thought it was like, oh, you know, it's kind of cool, I guess.
There are conversations in her social link where I quite literally was just sitting there, whether by myself or with friends, near vocally just going, please stop talking. I would really prefer if you stopped talking.
I didn't mind I didn't mind Marie until like they forced her to be important. It's like,
that's another thing. They forced her to be important in a plot point that already wasn't good.
yeah, it's like
I'll reveal your
That Golden video, whenever I get to it, is going to be a hoot and a half. Because it's going to be a lot of positivity with some criticism, and then once you get to the last 10 minutes where I discuss, like, the true ending, everything will go downhill. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I've just been kind of confused of like, people are saying they'd rather have a bad character than a mediocre one. What? You're saying you'd rather have like a 2 out of 10 instead of a 5 out of 10?
I almost get that logic for certain things. Like, I'd rather watch a very bad movie than a completely forgettable movie. But when it comes to an overall product, I would rather have passable things or just kind of subpar things in a game in terms of the characters involved than something that is absolutely unbearable.
Okay.
I don't know why you would rather tolerate that. Because, like, that's the thing, like, characters like Marie, I don't even find funny bad. I just find it bad.
Yeah, I did. I get what you're saying, but I was just, yeah. I'm also.
If you like Marie, freaking more power to you.
It's not even that I like Marie. I just have no problem with her. Like, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I think my thing is just personally, I don't know. I've been very easily pleased by like video games and stories and whatnot. And so like, if there's something that I don't like, I don't know if it's like a mindset or something, but I like going into a game to have fun.
Yeah.
And if there's a character like Teddy, who I fucking despise, I just skip Teddy's dialogue, or I just like, or like, if I think about the crew, I'm like, oh yeah, I love the crew, and I just don't think about Teddy, because I don't like Teddy. Like, it doesn't bring down my experience necessarily.
I will say, kind of like on a similar note to Teddy, and someone kind of mentioned this in the chat. I don't get why, which I guess this is, I don't know if it counts as hypocritical at all when just talking about Marie like that, but I personally don't get why people hate Morgana as much as they do.
I think it's because Morgana like reminds them of like the snotty little brother kind of thing, and people probably just have really bad experiences with that. Because I hate Morgana too, but in like a really like loving way.
That's the thing. Like, I love Morgana as a character in several ways, even if I'm like, yeah, you're kind of like he's annoying, but not in a way that annoys me. It's just a trait of his. Also, you're wiping through these enemies.
I'm telling you, he's not gonna stand a chance.
You're gonna get one shot by Okumura, I'm telling you.
If I get one shot by Okumura, I'm gonna be very upset, but it's not gonna happen, so...
That's
the only thing I hate... Sorry, somebody was saying the only thing I hate about Marie was having to read the poetry. Holy fuck.
Marie's poetry is something else.
It's like on the same level of 22 Jump Street, where it's like, Cynthia, you're dead. She died for our Cynthia's Oz. Oh my god, it was. I loved it. See, the poetry was bad enough that it was good. Hollow Forest is the lamest challenge of all time. What's it? Is that Persona 4?
Yeah, that's Marie's dungeon.
Oh, okay, yeah, I figured as much, but
Yeah.
I didn't quite remember.
I didn't have any troubles with Marie's dungeon because I had Yoshitsune and I just destroyed everything.
Yeah, and I was on super easy and just actually got good at avoiding enemies.
Except that one boss where you just kept missing.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about it, honestly. He-Man makes a good point that it's probably the go-to-bed thing.
That's the thing. A lot of people bring that up. And in my opinion, how weak-willed are you in terms of your perception of a character that a very expected game mechanic causes you to hate a character?
It's funny. You don't even... There isn't even, like... I don't even think there's more times where you're forced to go to bed in this game than there is in the other ones.
There's less. But, like, even then, like, the only difference is that you have their internal monologue saying, I'm tired, instead of Morgana.
Yeah, it's like when your mom tells you to clean your room. You know you should probably clean your room because it's like a good habit to get into, but you're also like, man, fuck
Yeah,
you,
but
mom.
do you hate your mom because you're forced to clean your room?
No, you don't hate your mom, but you're like, oh, my mom's being such a bitch. She's telling me to do the dishes.
I said that my mom was the worst character in the series because totally cleaned my room.
It's the same, like, it's...
I mean, that is so true at the start of the game, to be fair. Literally just tells you to clean your room, and then you do.
You're shooting the messenger.
But I've gone into this a bit before, but I think when it comes to writing flawed characters, I think Atlas goes overboard with how they do it.
It very much depends.
Like, I think Morgana's insecurities are totally fine, but I can't stand Yukari. I just can't.
I'll fight you on that one,
Okay.
but I get it.
Yeah, feel free to, but I really just can't stand it.
No, I get it. It's just for me. I can vibe with Yukari. I like her.
I wonder what people would think of Morgana in the base game if Sojiro was the one telling you to go to bed. What do you think about that?
Every time you try to walk out the house, he just walks back from his own. Just, what do you think you're doing?
Hey, the alarm went off at the cafe. You're not sneaking out, are you?
Oh boy, go to bed.
You know what? I think people would have hated Sojiro if the game caused you... If the game required you to close the... Or flip the sign on the door.
Flip the sign outside every single time.
Every single day. If you had to flip that sign, I think people would despise Sojiro.
Where have you been?
And or it would be proclaimed as some narrative monument of thematic perfection.
Yeah, it's like the monotony of the real world.
I was thinking that. I was like, oh, if they have you close the sign, that'd be kind of cool. It's like you get into a little routine.
I mean, I got scared the first time I played the game that the game might have wanted me to do that at first. Cause I haven't played another Persona game. I was like, what the frick is this series?
Yeah, at least
people like
saying,
this.
I doubt people actually hate Morgana. Just like you said, they see him like an annoying little sibling. Maybe they hate him because of the reason he
I've
ran
seen
away.
people say they dislike Morgana because of the Okumura stuff.
Yeah, like I wasn't a fan of it, but yeah, that's what I mean. It's like I love being like, yeah, fuck Morgana, but actually, like, I love that little shithead.
Honestly, I don't want to make it... I try not to think that I have more of an impact with the things I've done than I potentially do.
Did you cause Morgana hate?
I legitimately think, because I really like Morgana, and I didn't even say that I disliked Morgana in that first video I made, but also he was the thumbnail, and I do note how, like, he basically stole Haru's arc there. And people took, like, me criticizing that one narrative as, yeah, I always hated Morgana, and ever since that video, all I see... Because before that video, a lot of people disliked that arc, but never really said why. And now whenever I hear people talk about it, they just cite the points I said in that video, which I don't even fully disagree, I don't even fully agree with anymore. They're like, yeah, Morgana sucks, he stole Haru's arc, and he ran away for no reason. I'm like, alright, where'd you guys come from?
I feel like he definitely had a reason for running away.
He did, I just... like, that's the thing. I have a lot of issues with that video now, and legitimately, the only thing that really annoys me is how fast it escalated in that scene, and kind of out of nowhere.
I think what bothered me more was that because it escalated so quickly, because this whole thing started because it was Morgana getting, he was already on edge because he thought he was being, like, phased out of the group.
Yeah,
and
which
then,
is a gradual over the course of the whole game.
And then on top of that, it was with Ryuji mostly wanting to go after Okumura for the sake of just popularity.
Yeah.
Because that's what the people wanted.
Mm.
And I feel like it would have been better if we saw the Phantom Thieves disagree one more time before that, because this is the first time they ever disagreed on a target.
Yeah,
And it caused the whole group to disband for, like, a day.
I also think the worst thing that is something the P5 anime actually fixed in a really effective way is the fact that Ryuji and Morgana never apologized to each other at the end of that arc.
That is some bullshit. Yeah.
The anime is extremely well. Like, there's that scene literally has Ryuji, like, crying while, like, apologizing to Morgana, and in the game he just, like, leaves. He's just like, okay,
and then in
cool,
the game, when he
next
tries
week.
to apologize, he just makes the situation worse. He's like, yeah, we don't care if you're useless.
Oh yeah, sorry, there was a fake apology, but they never had an actual apology in the game.
I'm sorry, you're just a useless fucking cat. Oh, we hate Morgana.
We stan Ryuji.
I do. I like Ryuji a lot. He's my favorite. Like, yeah, I'd say he's my favorite best friend character.
He's just my favorite party member in the series.
I like Yosuke a lot, but I think Yosuke gets some.
Yosuke suffers from 2008 writing.
Yeah, of like, oh, Kanji, you're gay. That means you want to sexually harass me, right? And it's like every time.
Yosuke is very much the equivalent of, oh, you can be gay, just don't do it around me.
Yeah, and it's super jarring, and like I don't want to hold that necessarily against the game because it's obviously like
it's of its time. But...
It's of its time and it's of its location too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's always for me like that's a big plus on Ryuji, even though Ryuji does kind of have a scene like that. But it's
Ryuji doesn't hate gay people. There we go.
Yeah, he just hates when
he's
people
more than fond of them. Trust me.
Yeah, so and that's why I thought I was gonna bring this up like a while back, but I forgot. I've been talking with Nick about I really want to make a video about kanji and like the way that they handle sexuality in Persona 4.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've been really interested in it and I study a lot of it in my women's studies courses.
Yeah.
But I am really worried about talking about something like that because
people get really about it.
Yeah, this is just a really really great example of how awesome Assassin's Creed fans are. I made a community post talking about International Women's Day, and there were so many people that are like, this is so cringe. Fuck that. Women don't face any struggles. And it was the same thing when I made a post about Black History Month. People were like, wow, this is cringe, stick to reviews. Some people were just like flat out saying stuff that I cannot repeat. Like it was... And so I feel like if I were to post something like that on my channel, it would be like really poorly received. Just because of the subject, like it wouldn't even matter what I said. Yeah.
I think one thing that gets me with like I guess kanji and I guess like Naoto by extension is like anyone can have whatever I guess headcanons they want for I guess how they identify in terms of their like sexuality or gender, whatever. But the thing for me is I felt like the game very much goes under the narrative of the point is that those labels don't
matter.
That's
what I said in the video, man. Let's go!
Sir.
It doesn't, like, that's the point!
Like, it's, yeah. Lisa said, Ryuji not hating gay people is not a reason I'd think people praising him would bring up.
Oh, man.
It's not that, like, I'm praising him for that, I'm just saying that, like, compared to Yosuke, who I also really like,
yeah.
It's like that's the thing that kind of edges him ahead. Because
he doesn't have those hang-ups.
Yeah.
But I feel like, for Yosuke, for me personally, of course, this is obviously just an opinion, but I feel like I'm also going to admit I am a bit more biased. I could heavily relate to Yosuke's sort of struggle that he deals with. Because when I first played the game, it was like, at that point in my life, where I'm like a confused teenager that doesn't know what they want to do, like when their future.
Yeah.
And Yosuke being like, dude, what am I even doing? Like, I'm not special, but I really want to be.
Mm-hmm.
So he's very gung-ho about doing stuff, and that's where his shadow spawns from. It's like, wow, that's very relatable. I too want to be a special boy.
Okay, you know what? Honestly, like, I feel like this has to be said. It is very funny to me how hostile Persona fans can be about which games are good or which narratives suck or are great.
It is crazy.
Yeah.
In my opinion, regardless of which are better or worse, I genuinely think that every game's narrative and characters are at least good and interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless we're talking about Persona 3, obviously.
I like elements of every single character in each of the games.
I think just adding on to what Nick was saying about relating to Yosuke, I think I related to Ryuji a little bit more. Not that I was an athlete, because I'm a fat shithead who makes Assassin's Creed videos.
Same thing.
But right, it's mental athletics. I just found Ryuji was more relatable because like when I was a teenager, I was very much like I'm angry at everyone and like I hold resentment for everyone kind of thing, and like kind of had like a temper issue. And so like there was some stuff with Ryuji, and I can't remember all of his arc, but there was a lot of stuff like that I remember being like, oh yeah, it's kind of relatable, or I kind of see where he's coming from with that more. I couldn't necessarily relate to Yosuke as much.
Yeah.
And so that's, yeah, like I'm not going to sit here and tell you that you're wrong, Nick. I'm just, I don't know. Just thought I'd place, I'll also say that I'm not being like, oh, Yosuke is homophobic, because like that's not really the case. It's just like I think it's just a writing thing.
It wasn't like, I'm pretty sure even like when they were making the game, it says, oh, is Yosuke homophobic? They wouldn't say it. They wouldn't say
no,
it.
It's not like those intentions.
It was supposed to be a joke, but it's a poorly aged one.
Yeah, it's failed comedy.
Yeah.
And I don't
like
really
how
want to
to keep putting it back to Persona 5, kind of like how in Vanilla there was the scene where it was like the gay people who picked up Ryuji, but it got changed to just being cross-dressing.
Which people then got pissed about because they were censoring. I don't know.
Papyrus added me and then said, "Geez, did I say something fucked up? Am I getting canceled?
Time
Or is it because I like Ryuji more than Yosuke?"
And I just like how in the games, I feel like if you are a human being, there's at least one party member that you can at least partly relate to in terms of their struggles.
Yeah, but if you're not, then you can relate to Teddy and Morgana.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you're an annoying piece of shit, you can relate to Teddy a ton.
I relate to Shinya. I too am a true gamer.
Right? I always get smoked. All that happens to me.
Oh man.
Uh-oh, they blocked
I
my
love watching non-Persona YouTubers and non-Persona videos and seeing someone with a Get Smoked hat in the background or something like that. It's, oh man, I love shit like that. Because I feel like Persona is one of those things that leading up to my conversations with Nam about it, I had like very vaguely heard of, but didn't really know anything about. And now that like I've played Persona 4 and 5, like I notice when people are referencing it all the time. Like there's a fucking you guys know the rapper Logic, right?
Yeah.
He did a song on one of his mixtapes that's just a straight up rip of one of the songs from Persona 4.
It's
a sample of that, yeah.
Yeah, it's a sample of the credits theme.
And it's like, at the time, I was like, oh, this shit is so good. And then I remember hearing the credits theme, and I was like, that's kind of familiar. That's weird.
Hey, Persona ripped off Logic!
Yeah, and then months later, I was reading the comments, and they were like, man, that Persona 4 sample is so good. I'm like, oh, shit, that's where it's from. That's awesome.
I don't know, for me, like, I've said it a couple times, I'm like a moth to a flame when it comes to anything Persona related.
Yeah.
So, like, I'll be at a store and just vibing out, like, I'll be like a friggin' Target or something, and I'll be, oh, let me look around the electronics section, whatever, and then there'll be a sign being like, Stryker's advertisement, and I immediately get pulled like a magnet over there. I'm like, ooh, Persona, let's go.
Dan Steele said, I relate to Akechi because I also kill my friends.
Yeah. Matt Keller says, I relate to Maruki for reasons. That's really sad. I'm not saying it's unjustified, I'm just saying I feel the pain there. Oh, man.
By the way, for those who were wondering, it's the song called Welcome to Forever.
Ooh.
If you guys would like to hear it. Because if you were asking. It's because of... Oh, yeah, no, I don't care about if people say that I'm sexist because I celebrate International Women's Day. I don't mean to get on my high horse, but I don't know, I kind of like studied that shit. I know it's a rough thing to be a gamer and to also respect women. It's a really, really tough balance to strike, but it is what it is.
We all know Adachi never respected women.
Oh, what?
Whoa!
$10 from Kyle Kimber. Another one, wow. To Noit on Persona 5 Ravioli. Shida runs a political scandal and gets absolutely jacked. My therapist forces me to take LSD and cry over a gymnast. And Caroline tests the human limits of CBT.
Thank you, God. You just perfectly described the game.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're gonna get the whole game summarized, and we're gonna get a spoiler for Nolan soon enough.
Yeah,
don't you worry.
There was this one meme posted in my Discord server that I find absolutely hilarious. And I really wish Nolan would understand it, but it's a massive spoiler. It was the one that you probably saw because you were tagged in it. It's the one about the car.
Oh yeah! Oh, that was awful.
Dude, I want to like... I was gonna play Royal last night actually, but I don't have my power cord for my PlayStation 5. It's at my mom's house, so I gotta go grab it. And it's so fucking long, but I'm hustling through. I think the thing that took me so long to finish Persona 5 initially was because I streamed it. So there was
No!
What the heck was that?
What?
This guy has high counter, and I just killed myself.
Dude, good shit.
Yeah, I just heard a distant scream from Nick. Oh no.
I'm waiting for the stream to catch up so I can.
Yeah,
see
I
it.
need to see this.
Alright, gamers, let's try that again.
Also, there's
the Discord link doesn't work.
Oh, is the link up there? It doesn't work. Okay. Hey Nordic, can you do me a favor, please?
Oh, yep, there's
Alright, yeah, I just saw it.
Tragic. I mean, you can... I don't know.
I can't change the description for you, but I can send one in chat.
If you just like put it in the chat.
Yeah.
Okay, you can restart the battle, luckily, good thing.
Put it in the chat for me, please.
Okay.
I
You're
counter
bidding.
bullshit.
It's kind of funny.
How stupid.
What'd you say?
Nothing. Someone says not high counter, he repels gun. Ooh, Uncle Liam just donated $5 with a little thing that
No, it
says,
doesn't.
how's it going?
Uncle Liam? Thank you, Uncle
Yeah.
Liam. That's very nice. I appreciate it a lot.
Would you help your uncle jack off the horse?
I would love to help my uncle.
I would love to help my
It's
uncle
definitely high
jack-
counter. He takes gun damage.
Uncle Liam with $5. Woo.
Should I go for the gamble
Yeah.
again?
Someone asked if you know the Danganronpa series, and yeah, go for the gamble.
I do know the Danganronpa series. I actually did a stream with Nolan, but it was I tried to play it because one of the people in my Discord server really wanted me to play it, and we didn't get far. But that is only because we spent the entire time just making fun of the protagonist of that game, because he drills it into your head that he is average.
A normal guy.
That guy
I will
shuts
say,
him
I do really like the protagonist of Danganronpa 1. He's a simple little boy. He is, ironically, a lot more interesting than they try to insist to your freaking soul.
Whatever I like, whatever is popular, I most likely enjoy it.
Nick, I think someone just called your name.
No.
Okay. I heard a...
That might have been my house.
Oh, gotcha.
I listen to Carly Rae Jepsen.
I already told my parents not to interrupt me because I'm gaming.
Mom, I'm gaming right now.
Mom, dude, don't do this.
My dad does workouts on the treadmill that is also located in my bedroom.
It's really funny.
No, you want to know what's the funniest part, Nick? So you know how it's like super loud?
Yeah,
He thinks that it's like near silent.
really?
Yeah, he thinks that's not loud at all. But what it is that he fucking blasts music through his AirPods. And he actually thinks that doesn't make noise, so I'll be streaming. And he comes down in his boxers on camera, and he's like, yeah, I'm just going to do a workout. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? What are you doing, man? Stop. No, go. And he's like, no, it's fine. What's the big deal? It's like silent.
To bring it back to Danganronpa, that's also a game I've been requested to look at on the channel.
Here's the thing. I've played all the Danganronpa games. At least, like... Sorry, I haven't beaten the final one. I got further into it, though. That being said, while I like those games a lot, I am never... That is one thing that people were like, yeah, when are you going to make a video on this? And I've explicitly said I'm probably never going to make a video on the series.
Is there a reason for that?
For some reason, I don't know what it is. It feels like it'd be really boring to make a video on Danganronpa.
Well,
Yeah,
really, the discussion lies in whether or not the mystery works.
Well, there's a lot of other things to it. Like, there's some really interesting characters. It's a really good series. And I like most of the games overall. I don't know. It's just... I'm not interested. Like, a lot of people have covered that stuff anyways, but even still... I don't know, I don't... I'm not feeling it in terms of creative juices. At best, I'd say the anime is better than people say.
Average Nam and Aussie enjoyer, and there's a sunglass emoji. What would you call an average that boy aqua enjoyer?
It's a picture of an ape.
Is there a baby emoji? There is an ape emoji, I know that for sure.
Yeah. I send it a lot to Ozzy. I send the monkey emoji.
Mm-hmm.
And then he turns to face the camera and he runs towards you at 300 miles per hour.
Okay.
Good work.
So we're at that somewhat infamous airlock puzzle, and like...
Yeah, I don't like this one very much.
Hard!
What'd you say?
I said I don't like it very much, but I gotta be right back because my food just got here.
Oh.
Go.
So Ozzy, what do you think about the airlock puzzle?
It's fine.
I've heard even from my personal friends that they got really stuck on the airlock puzzles.
It's fine. Like, I've learned something over the years of being a Persona 5 fan, which is that Persona fans don't know how to do mazes. And it's kind of funny. Like, every single maze in Persona 5, because every dungeon from this point, I believe, has a maze.
I
Every
think
single
you're
one
right.
Yeah, every single one has been called the worst part of either the game or of the dungeon. Yeah, even Depths has a maze, kinda.
It has the weird panel puzzle with like the
Except that one is so baby easy.
that one is
that
baby mode.
I don't think people have pointed that one out to be especially hard. The only one that I feel is really justified, honestly, is the third semester one, because if you're colorblind, good luck.
You can't do it.
That's real. You're screwed.
I remember.
I've heard people saying I was colorblind, it didn't work out. I'm like, I'm so sorry.
That's so good. I think I had the solution to this and I accidentally messed myself up.
Yeah, this maze was made a little easier in this game. It's barely noticeable, but I have the original and new structure of this like dungeon carved into my head. So I can tell when something's different. I've literally played this dungeon like 7 times in both variants.
I had the solution, and then instead of going back to like go through the proper airlock, I just decided, you know what, I'm just gonna go and not do that.
Yeah. The problem with this puzzle is there's one specific section that's basically hidden in plain sight, so it's infuriating when you can't figure it out.
Was it the room that I went into to flip the switch, or is it on the second one? Because there's a second puzzle where the airlocks turn on and off when you go through them.
Well, that was Kyle Kimber saying that. Yeah, I don't know. It's called a puzzle. Well, were we saying that?
I'm so glad
There's another airlock puzzle where when you go through certain airlocks, they switch off and turn on other ones. I'm not sure if if that's the one that's... Yeah, it's this one right here. I'm not sure if that's the one people were stuck on.
Well, no, because you're on, like, the simple part of the maze right now. It's, like, the next one where people piss their pants.
My cat is crying.
Cosmo.
Yeah. You know what? You guys do me a favor and entertain everyone real quick while I take care of something.
What?
Alright, so let me tell you boys about a little place called Tim Hortons.
I will return. Just give me 1 second.
I have a little drink here that I got. And the reason I decided to order breakfast is because there's not a ton to eat in my house because my body hates me and I have a gluten and dairy allergy. So my options for food are like as limited as it gets.
Mm-hmm.
And so I find instead of having another gluten-free bologna sandwich, I just end up ordering some stuff. It's a little bit easier that way. And to be honest, I'm totally fucking lazy too. That can't be denied.
Mm-hmm.
And I also wanted to order so I can get a really nice dairy-free ice cap, which is just like a frozen. It's like a Slurpee, but if it was coffee.
Uh-huh.
And someone said, "Fuck Canada." You want to suck my dong? And I want that because I am very low energy right now because I have not eaten nor have I had any morning sustenance.
Fair enough. I will say, real quick, the viewership is slightly up, which we can only attribute to Nick having vanished.
Yeah. Everyone's waiting for the That Boy Aqua and Ozyak collab. Am I right or am I right?
Well, you're wrong, but it's gonna happen anyways.
It's what's the phrase? It's like it's a welcome surprise, but a surprise nonetheless, or something. I don't know.
It's not welcome, but it's a surprise.
Hey, someone said ice caps are fire. Yeah, if you guys ever been to Tim Hortons in Canada, it's the best.
I live in Florida of the United States of America. Welcome to hell.
Florida man hates Okumura.
That is basically just the spawning point of my channel.
Have you done that thing where it's like, do you look up your birthday and Florida man and see what article comes up?
I actually don't think I've done that. I should do that.
It's fucking awesome. It's super cool.
Here, let's see what happens with that. Year included or no?
Mm-mm.
All right.
Just a day, just so you can have a little bit more variety.
All right.
Who wants a Persona 1 and 2 anime voice? They're saying voice. What is OVA adaptations?
All right. Man seen on car hood on Florida highway says he was stopping X. Wonderful. Florida man back paying for taxi that picked him up from jail. Florida man back in jail after not paying for taxi that picked him up from jail. All right.
Sure. Alex Rock asked him rank the mainline Persona games. Do you not want to say if you're going to do like a video on it at some point?
I mean, I kind of am, because I'm doing, like, I'm going to have that be a thing at the end of all my reviews. As it stands now, I haven't played Persona 2 yet, but from what I'm guessing, the order for me is 5 to, I guess counting both, because whatever. 5 to 3, 4, 1.
Nice. I think mine would be these 5, 4, and then 2, 3, 1. And those are just based on 2, 3, and 1 are based on the reviews I've seen from Nam. Lisa asked, "What's your typical outfit?" I don't know what that means. I mean, like, what? Ozyak, what do you wear?
You know, I'm a simple man. I wear a t-shirt.
Dude, are you asking him what he's wearing right now?
What are you wearing?
Where did you get here?
He's wearing his Get Soaked underwear. TM.
They were asking our stereotypical attire.
Have you said what I
if you were a party member, what would be the outfit that you start the game with?
Oh my goodness, it is classic attire. In high school, I always wore like fucking. It was like black hoodie, jeans,
Yep.
gray shirt. It was my iconic look.
I will say I actually do kind of have one of my own that I do kind of consider like the, I guess, definitive look for me, which is just like shorts, t-shirt, and then kind of like a plaid overshirt over that.
Good shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
And
very
then I
much-
wear Florida, so I could wear sneakers, but I just wear flip-flops because I'm a freak.
I'm very much a. I'd like to think that my outfits are very different. If I had to pick like the most comfortable, it's probably skinny jeans and a baggy hoodie.
I gotcha.
But sometimes I do like skinny jeans, tank top with a plaid over top, and then flip flops, just so I can look like a bum. I like experimenting, looking a little funky, and I love denim vests.
Oh wow, another
Okay,
$5 from Kyle Kimber. Florida man spotted standing in alley with cat. Sources claim he was fantasizing over BDSM with 2 lollies and killing literal gods.
Holy fuck!
Thank you, Kyle Kimber. You're being very generous today. I appreciate it a lot.
$35 so far. Also, Masked Gamer Joker says, you know, A1 Pictures makes shows like Kaguya-sama, Love is War, but couldn't adapt Persona 5. A1 didn't make the Persona 5 anime. For clarity, it was
Did A1 do Persona 4 Golden?
They did do maybe, or that might have also been because a lot of the things that got attributed to A1 are actually a different studio that used to be part of A1, which is Cloverworks. But I think A1 actually did do the Golden anime. But Cloverworks did both the P5 anime and the P3 movies, and they also did Wonder Egg Priority, which is a very good anime, and looks infinitely better than anything in the P5 anime.
It's a matter of budget and time, I guess.
Yeah, which is a shame, but actually I find it funny. There was that anime, Wonder Egg Priority, and another anime they were in charge of. That was the second season of a show called The Promised Neverland. Which, if anyone knows either of these shows, like they had split up the studio to like work on both at once. Wonder Egg Priority is considered one of the best anime of the season, and the second season of Promised Neverland is considered one of the worst anime of all time. So,
well,
they've got some variety. I think they just took all of the good, everyone from the good team and just put them to the other show. Favorite Persona animation of the P3 movies. I think those movies look really nice. And narratively, I like them.
If I'm gonna toss a hot take here, I think they look oversaturated at points.
Yes.
Especially the ending of the last movie.
Yeah, but you also bite your tongue if you're talking about the sunlight scene, because then I'll have to duke it out with you personally.
I'm talking about just the on the rooftop with the when he's dying. I have something.
Yeah. Also, Lisa Gonzalez is talking about Promised Neverland. They're saying it sucked because the manga also sucked. Just for clarity as well, the second season, I think, skipped about 200 chapters of that manga.
Holy. How do you do that?
It was terrible. It is bad. Like I've heard that manga is fine, but that anime adaptation is abysmal. Also, Good Hunter Kira said, "F this puzzle so effing much."
Oh shit! My laptop's gonna die.
Oh,
Ozzy, you're gonna have to moderate.
all right, I got you.
Oh,
Can't
fuck.
believe Nolan freaking died.
This is actually about to. Okay, there we are. It is like that might be a fire hazard, but it's charging.
All right. I told you a fire was going to start at the end of the stream, okay? You're just setting up the narrative right
man.
now.
I just want to say, in my garage, I have a big shag carpet where my room is, so if there is a fire, I am fucked. I'm joking. It's fine, though.
R. Cole keeps telling me to look up a Kanye West song. I'll do that in a second.
Skip forward.
Yeah.
I don't remember which one that is.
Let me see. I mean, I listened to
name
it.
makes it kind of difficult to be fair.
Oh, no. Okay, I know what Skip 4 is. I wasn't sure what they meant, but then I remembered I literally made a post about it a couple weeks back. It's It's a skit on the second Kanye album that literally not the lyrics, but the dialogue is quite literally over and over. There is an imposter among us.
That's fucking hilarious.
Amazing.
I like that.
Because I was just listening to Late Registration a couple weeks back and completely forgot that was part of it. And like I was listening, but I was kind of like passing out a little as I was.
Holy
and then,
shit.
oh yeah, donation. While the mod god, I'm gonna say the word $2. Thank you, Kyle.
Thank you, Kyle. The joke's on you. Mod was only gone for 20 seconds.
Oh gosh. Yeah. Anyways, good album. The Mogus was funny though. Rank.
Kanye album's Life of Pablo.
You know, basically any Kanye album is your favorite is pretty justified.
Yeah, I feel like Pablo's kind of a hot take though.
Yeah, Pablo's one I'm a lot more like iffy on because it's got some of my favorite highlights, but like the rest of it, it's fine.
The funny cat just beat Rare Shadow with boxing glove.
Oh, Kyle Kimber did just say the N-word.
Said the next word, no!
What?
Thank you again for the $2 donation. That's very nice.
Yeah, he's just piling up. Kyle's having a field day.
I really hope this isn't like digging yourself in a hole or something. I feel really.
No, it's a tax evasion scheme. Good Hunter Kira said, seriously though, screw this section entirely. Can't wait for the boss. It's not that hard of a maze. It's not.
All I'm saying is this
That-
boss is
This
boss is gonna get like smoked. I'm gonna be Shinya.
Dan Steele, you are my little PogChamp. Don't forget it. Alright, shoot him in the face. Oh, you did. You get delay. I don't care.
I just watched a video called Kirby and Dripland. Nice.
Ooh.
Nice.
Nice.
It's a solid 11 seconds.
Kirby and Dripland.
It better be peak, and you better send it to me.
No, I hate you. Kirby and Dripland, I hate it.
It's fucking awesome. I don't want to talk about it too much because we can't talk about it, or we can't show them. Someone said, "Oh, Oziak is here. Awkward. I think I'll go. If you don't fuck with Oziak, we don't fuck with you."
Frick! You know, here's the thing. I know like several different people who go by Woomy, so I don't even know who this person might be.
Dude,
One of several.
so this is funny. Jay Bale asked, "Have any of you played Yakuza?" And me and Nick have played the first 2 hours, and we couldn't quite get into it, but we were told that we basically stopped playing before it got really good, and so we kind of have to give it another shot.
Which one were you playing?
0.
Yakuza 0.
That's a good game.
Exactly, and so we just didn't quite get to the part where it ramps up. But my girlfriend Melanie played through Yakuza 0, and she loved it. But Mel is... she likes to make fun of me and Nam, for liking Persona, saying that it is a weeb game, quote unquote. And she was mocking me just earlier for playing Sleeping Dogs, saying that it's a weeb game. And
But
she is in
Sleeping
full
Dogs-
denial that Yakuza is a weeb game. Or
And
that it
Sleeping
falls under
Dogs
it.
and Yakuza are not that far off
And then-
from each other.
They're
And
not.
Mel is actually like sitting here saying, "Oh, if like someone asked, this is, I am pretty sure this is true. I did not come up with this. I swear to God, I did not dream this up." Where it's like Melanie said something like someone asked like about Yakuza or something, asking about it playing like English or Japanese, like the dubs, and it's like, oh, it has to be the Japanese dub. It's like that is the most weeb thing.
Alright. I will say this. I would actually agree with that a lot for Yakuza until 7, which was like the first time in a bit they had an official English dub. And that dub is really good.
I just know about
Yakuza-
Yakuza's PS2 dub, and that's about it.
It's fine. Those dubs are fine. They're not terrible. I think the Japanese ones are probably better though in that case, because it's very much early 2000s dub.
That's the best part.
It is, and it's very entertaining. Freaking Mark Hamill voices Majima, and it's extremely funny because he's just the Joker. And also, I think he literally does not remember that he did that role because someone asked about it online. He's like, "What?
He doesn't want to talk about it. Hey, look, I just solved the airlock puzzle.
Let's go.
Whoa!
But yeah, that's
so
what I
smart.
told Mel, Zach. I said Yakuza's more weeb than Persona is.
Perso-
I said Persona talks about a lot of themes and shit that transcend the cultural boundaries, but a lot of Yakuza,
Yakuza is literally a commentary on the Yakuza,
yeah,
a
like
a
it's
Japanese organization.
There's also
Or-
the Persona and Yakuza did a little crossover. There's Yakuza costumes and Persona 5 dancing.
So you know the game is good.
Yeah, Persona 5 dancing is the greatest fucking Persona game of all time and not a ripoff at all.
Have you guys seen that video? I know Nam's seen it. Have you guys in the chat seen that video of Morgana dancing to the song Chug Jug with You?
Yep, it's perfect.
And it's permanently in my head forever. Rent free.
Yeah, that's my life.
Fucking awesome. I just wanted to bring that up. I apologize because you brought up Persona dancing.
Hmm.
Are the Persona dancing games on PC?
No,
Could you imagine the custom songs?
that would
Oh
be
my
great.
god.
Oh yeah.
I think it'd be awesome.
I will say, like, I've mentioned it a little bit before, because I'm planning to review all the Persona games, and for some reason, the dancing games I'm gonna review all at once, and is my like
Calling card. You can decide.
special event. Like, because there are two videos that I'm like, these are gonna be special events whenever I do them, which are the Royal review and that review, where I'm actually just gonna go on camera and do a bunch of stupid dances with my friends,
It's awesome.
and that'll be a grand old time. So we'll see what happens when I get there in like 50 years.
So we made it to the
Jade
treasure.
Oh, good shit.
Dang, yeah, that went by quick. That was like just about 2 hours.
I'm gonna mop the floor with him.
Someone's saying watching Nam go to the safe room and not save makes me mental.
Nice. Also, real quick, Nam, I'm not going to say what it is just yet in case you haven't. Do you know about the little secret when you're going to fight the boss here or no? The little funny secret?
Caroline, this is your job.
I'm not expecting you to, I'm just wondering.
No. Let's
Alright, I'll show you that later. Also, give me like 2 minutes, I'll be back.
Alright.
Our lovely friend Elizabeth from Chicago has shown up and said greetings from Chicago.
Elizabeth from Chicago, let's go.
Somebody asked if they should get Nier Automata or Bloodborne. Personally, I'm in the Bloodborne
Route, camp.
yeah, camp. That's the camp. I'm in the Bloodborne camp. I fucking love that game. I think it's awesome. Most cracked city in America. Isn't that where the first Watch Dogs took place?
Oh, it's like real life.
Big Nam fan club here in Chicago. That's awesome. Yeah, because I guess Jake XD is also from Chicago. Let's go.
That's really cool, thank you.
I'm going to go on a limb right now, and I'm going to say that I am the biggest Nam fan in Canada.
This will become and this will
Biggest
Right?
fan ever.
more powerful, except this will be
Oh, I don't want to say ever, because like I don't want to offend anybody, but like nobody lives in Canada, so
Dude, I'm fucking number one Nolan. I am Nolan's number one fan. I can fucking
your
quote,
mom's gonna try and fight me.
I can quote so much from Nolan's videos. My mother would never fight.
Dude,
This will be
you quote
even more
you can quote too many of my videos, and that's what pisses me off. Because you can quote the fucking cringy lines I used to deliver.
stopping.
I can quote so much. My nickname on my phone is a line from one of Nolan's earliest videos.
Wait, is it still?
Yeah.
Fuck.
If you ask
Okay, fine. I'm gonna make your contact in my phone just crash 2 relics.
Dude, that video is awesome.
It is awesome.
Crash 2 Relics is amazing.
Why can't my old videos be awesome?
I should write something.
To be fair though, my old Let's Plays when I was like 13 are pretty solid.
Apparently your Minecraft animations were too, but I never got to see them.
I wish I could find them. Like, if there is some way that like I could. Holy shit!
God, look at this.
Another $5 from Kyle Kimber. Actual tip here: when you eventually get to Size Palace, if you fight her with just Joker, Futaba will guilt her into skipping the first phase.
Wait, is that real?
Only one way to find out.
I'm gonna have to try that. Hold on.
All right, see you later, Lisa.
Thank you, Kyle, once again for the donation. But I'm gonna have to try that. I had no idea that was a thing, unless you're like actually baiting me.
Write that down. Write that down.
I probably should write that down so I don't forget.
Hello from Philadelphia. Animals here. I recognize that name. How you doing, buddy?
Hold on. Specifically because Kyle suggested it, I am going to write this down in my notes so I don't forget, and I will try it.
The UI in P5R is just chef's kiss. Absolutely. Mwah.
Let's see.
The infiltration log. I love seeing that. Just ding, 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 ding,
Oh,
ding.
it is so satisfying.
Ding, 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 ding.
No.
No. I mean, you finally secured a route to the treasure. Yeah, good shit. Greetings from Maryland. Nice. Someone said ill Canada. Elizabeth, you trying to catch these hands or what? Throw you a couple maple syrup haymakers. Strikers is easily the best spin-off. Yeah, I'd agree with that,
Oh, yeah.
from what I've seen. Alex is asking if you want to rank the spin-offs.
I'm not sure if at the end of, like, after I do everything Persona related, if I am gonna do, like, a big ranking for them.
This is
I feel like that'd be kind of cool.
Ripper says hello from Canada.
Let's go.
I like this. We have more Canadians in the chat. Good shit.
This is the fun part, because now I'm lying, and we're not doing Okumura's Palace, we're getting a massage, and we're gonna hang out with someone, because that's what my
I
guide says to
can't
do.
believe you would lie to me.
Master. Oh.
It's all been a ruse. Have you ever had a hostage situation in battle?
I've only had one once. And it
They're
wasn't
very
in this
rare
playthrough.
in the game.
I had no idea it was a thing until I saw my friend got a trophy for it in the original game.
That's the thing. I never platinumed that game because no matter how much I tried to suck, it never happened.
Hey, inmate.
I think it happened to me once. I think it sounds familiar. Is there a tutorial for hostage situation?
Yeah, like if you get ambushed by an enemy, they can take one of your party members as hostage. You have to negotiate to get them back, and if you fail, they'll instantly die.
Yeah, I had that happen to me. Because I fucking suck at these games. Uncle Liam just did another $5 saying, gotta support my nephews.
It is time, inmate.
Thank you, Uncle Liam.
Good shit, man. This is... You guys don't understand. These donations help a lot. Because, you know, making a... Sorry, I was just going to say that, like, making a Persona 5 Royal video is going to take a lot of time. And so, you know, donating helps a lot.
It really does help a lot when I can't put anything out.
Yeah. Well, so thanks, Annabelle, so much. I appreciate it, man.
We get to hang out with Hifumi tonight, guys. Are you excited?
Woo!
That one he-ho guy says Canadian invasion has begun.
Let's go.
Yes!
Taking over this joint.
I'm outnumbered.
Yeah. We are superior. We have Pacific time zones.
We have better TV. I'm gonna make
Listen,
that statement.
all I'm saying, I have one thing you don't, which is I live next to Disney World, which is infinitely worse than it sounds.
It's the most happy place, magical place of the planet of the year. I've been to Disney World once. And went to Harry Potter, and I got it. Oh, there it is! So for the longest time, this has been happening for a while now. My sister's car alarm has been like broken or something because it just like goes off, like for no reason. And I was wondering when it would happen when I was streaming, and it finally did.
Uncle Liam says, I'm from Massachusetts. Close enough. I'll say that because you've helped support our boy Nick, we'll spare you when the invasion comes.
Yeah.
What about me?
We'll spare you.
Are you gonna finish that Persona 1 video?
Yeah.
Never.
If you don't finish the Persona 1 video, we'll take off a pinky. Otherwise, you're cool.
I'm fine with the pinky. Demi, $2. Aussie, when are you gonna draw legs for your avatar? I've drawn him with one.
Wait, really?
There's a single sprite where he lifts his leg, and I guess it's implied that the other part of the body could be the other leg, but for all you know, there's just one leg coming out of his torso.
Thank you, Jenny Crow, by the way. Thank you.
J Bale asks, what's your favorite video that you made?
I did a little tier list for fun at the end of the year of 2020, and I concluded my two favorite videos were my Catherine one and my Nocturne one.
I haven't watched either. I should do that.
Smack you.
Why?
Oh.
Why?
Mm.
I feel like those are the ones I really went. I sort of went into more of the speculation side of things.
All right.
Things that weren't as concrete and more so my personal interpretation of things.
Yeah.
And I felt as though that gave it a bit more personality. Like, I like talking about I like the Persona 4 video, like the big ones. I like those big Persona videos.
Oh my gosh, Kyle, spare your wallet.
Did he do another one?
Canada.
I
that's
look
real
away.
estate. I thought it was imaginary and leprechauns hit their gold there. Now I guess I know what country I'm burning next. Fuck. You know what? While Canada's on fire, I do have to ask Nick, if you were in Disney World, why didn't you say hi to me?
Because this was like, what? I was in 8th grade at the time. That would have been 2012.
Yeah, and in 2012 I was there.
Yeah, but you're a little child, and I don't think I want to talk to children.
Actually, I was in 7th grade.
Ozzy, what's your favorite video that you made?
I think we talked about that earlier. Actually, I don't know.
Maybe.
I'll just say the casino video, sure.
Oh, okay.
Either that or the first April Fool's video.
Hey, Nolan, what's your favorite video you made?
I was just about to say, I looked up the tier list that I also made, and according to that one, my two favorite are my Arkham City video and my Animal Crossing video. But I've been rewatching some of my older videos recently, and I actually really like my Batman Arkham Knight video, and I might put that as like my favorite, even if it may not be my best.
Yeah.
I just like it a lot. That was yeah, I guess that tier list was kind of was a good idea.
Do you ever like or dislike Arkham Knight?
Oh, I love it.
Okay. See, you're part of like the 3 people who feel me there.
I suggest you take a gander at my video. Then you'll love it.
No, yeah, I'll definitely check that out when I can. Cause like, I get a lot of the flaws with that game. I get it.
Yeah.
But like a lot of people complain, especially about like the Batmobile, and I'm sitting here like, I love the Batmobile.
Hey, you wanna know something? I decided to get real into it in that video, and I calculated. I took my playthrough, and I calculated the amount of time that I spent in the Batmobile. And assuming you do all of the side quests, except the Riddler ones, because a lot of people said that they didn't do it, and so I wanted to give it the benefit of the doubt. And if you are biased towards the Batmobile, where you are including cutscenes that take place in the Batmobile, and doing things like if there is a mission where you're in and out of the Batmobile doing a puzzle, I count that whole section as a Batmobile section. It is 20% of the game. It's like 19 point something, but it's 20%.
Oh no!
And everyone is like, "You're fucking lying." I was like, I can't. They're like, "Well, you didn't post your total playthrough." I'm like, I can't post 21 hours of footage on this channel. Do you understand how this works?
I
Nobody
think
would look at that.
I really think he should have. Like,
I should have, but I deleted the footage once I was done.
Just, you did something wrong. It's not round.
So the people who are like, "Oh yeah, it's like half the game," it's like, it's literally not though. Like, I agree that there are some portions where the Batmobile maybe overstays its welcome, and like, I'm not going to try and argue necessarily that the Batmobile is good, because, you know, different strokes for different folks. But saying that's half the game is fucking stupid. Really quick, Alessio Fodora, I'm sorry, not Fedora. Oh my god.
Fodera.
I'm sorry. You watched Jello Apocalypse's video on Persona 5. He donated $5 for you, so thank you.
Hold on. Okay.
He's saying
Alessio?
$5 to have my fucking name mispronounced.
Thank you
This
for
is
the
a rip-off.
donation. Thank you for the donation. I actually haven't watched many Persona 5 videos, because when I'm doing these, I like to cut myself off from other people's opinions
That's
on
the
it.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, I guess I could now because I have like the script all done and stuff. But like, I still haven't watched your P1 video fully, Nick, because the P1 video is being made on my end, and I didn't want to just do that.
I think it's safe to do that.
Thanks for inviting me.
Because, I mean, God forbid you, like, cite something, or like, you come up with an idea and you think it's yours, but it's actually just, like, you heard it from Nick and you think it's an original idea. Because shit like that happens all the time.
Yeah, you know, I just plagiarize Nick's content all the time.
Well,
I recently had a thing where I accidentally had the exact same... I just recently had a thing where I accidentally had the same title as another YouTuber. We both did a critique of Mirror's Edge, and we had, like, basically the same title.
Man,
and it was like I hadn't watched any other Mirror's Edge videos, and that's why I was pissed off because I'm like, it totally looks like I just ripped off this guy's title when in reality I just didn't even know it existed until someone had pointed out. Someone didn't even tell me that I did it. They were like, "Oh, have you heard of this guy?" I'm like, "No," and then I went and checked him out. I'm like, "Oh,
okay, So I have something. Actually, I want to see if I can post this in the chat. So the Toradora video I did, the thumbnail I made for it, I really like it, but the problem is, after I made that video, I was looking up other videos about that anime, and I want you to see this, because one of the most famous, which I genuinely could not tell you if I'd watched it before this or not, because I don't remember, but this video with like almost 350,000 views.
Oh my god.
It is painful to see this.
Oh no.
jeez."
And I think there's also another one I found that also uses the exact same image.
That is brutal.
Maybe
Yeah.
that's the most like popular one, because I'm thinking of games like there's some games where it's like they use the same clip art. Like if you look up a Sonic in the Black Knight review, it's the same picture of Sonic in all of them.
Not for mine.
Not for yours.
That's the thing. I very intentionally try to distinguish my thumbnails from a lot of other stuff. So like the 13 Sentinels video I did, everyone just uses like the main like key art, and it's all kind of like brown and arguably a little gross looking because they're just using the same thing.
Hold on,
And then mine, I'm like, screw you, I'm gonna get the art from the comic.
The stream might go black for a second because I have to close and reopen like my capture card software like a lot because for some reason the audio starts crackling like halfway through. So I'm just gonna
See you later, Elizabeth, by the way.
Great. See you, Elizabeth. You said you wanted to show me something, by the way, before I fought Okumura.
Oh, well, it's when you get to it, you'll see.
Someone said remember to save.
Do I need to have like a certain? Thank you for reminding me. Do I need to have a certain composition, like anything?
No.
Or just get there?
Just like because there's a delay. Just tell me whenever you actually get to, like when you're going to the treasure.
I'm just sending the calling card now.
Yeah, I'll point out the really neat thing that I really like here.
Okay.
Good game.
Okay.
Actually, I hate Royal, honestly.
Are you afraid of
Dude, I'm gonna smash my fucking PlayStation.
No.
Try to recall your anger. It will.
So we're carrying
And I'm just waiting for video games to be good again. It's all been downhill since Duck Hunt.
Duck Hunt specifically.
Mhm.
Favorite persona, asks Alex Rock. Mine is Satan.
No staying up late tonight.
I like Mara.
Yo, Mara Hitler. Persona 1, 2 don't exist.
I'm surprised I didn't open that skit with a Mara joke. The P1 video.
when you mentioned Mara and Hitler. It's just dabbing.
Oh man. Favorite persona. I don't know why, like King Frost specifically, I vibed with a lot.
King Frost is a lad.
He is. He's just a big, nice boy. Dan Steele. So when is the Persona 5 sex mod review? Well, that's not a mod. That's just in game.
Yeah.
I don't.
You should have seen what happened when I maxed out the confidant for Killer Justine.
Yeah. Shayla Hill says, Jesus Christ, I see the Okumura Palace. Good luck with this crap. LMAO. Clueless!
I think I made a mistake, and I did not to get anything to raise my kindness. So this is kind of like a waste of a day, but I'm ahead of schedule when it comes to my social stats anyways.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Were you guys just talking about your favorite persona?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I had an epic, like, eyes went unfocused, spaced out moment. And I just wanted to jump in that Yukiko's persona, I can't remember the name of it, is my favorite. I really like the pink.
I wasn't even thinking of party member personas. Yeah, if I include that, yeah, hers is really up there. I'm a simple boy, though, is probably our son.
Oh, you said our son. I thought you said our son, as in like our son.
Our son. Yeah, for my top three are probably like including party members. It's is probably Arsene, Captain Kidd, or Loki. Just
Which Loki? There's a Catchy's
newer.
Loki or
Give it to the police. These scoundrels have threatened me.
Someone just said Last of Us Part 2 is a way better story than Persona 5. Ha 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 ha! Like,
well, I've never heard Last of Us 2 criticism.
Last of Us 2 style over substance.
Oh my gosh. Like, I'm not even a fan of Last of Us 2's narrative, but like the amount of times I've heard the better than Last of Us 2 argument, I don't care. I don't care.
yeah, that's where I'm also like I'm in that camp as well of like, yeah, we get it.
Assassin's Creed Syndicate is actually a way better narrative than Days Gone.
Probably. Days Gone is just like Days Gone just like exists.
I don't know, man. Assassin's Creed Syndicate like narratively is not like it doesn't take itself super seriously, so it's okay that it's like it's kind of written like a fucking sitcom at times, but it's holy shit, another $5 from Uncle Liam saying our son, my grandnephew.
Dude, the family tree is just growing and growing.
Thank you, Uncle Liam.
Would you help your Uncle Jack?
What would I help my Uncle Jack do?
Nice going.
You would help him off the horse. You'd help your uncle.
Oh my gosh, Kyle!
Holy shit.
$20 again. Right now in Persona 5 Personal 5 Rigatoni, Joker fucking dunks on an old businessman and gets him killed. Haru was mentally scarred and it's never addressed again. And I wonder whether Caroline knows if chainsaws aren't used in foreplay.
I feel like with the Fukin, you're supposed to say it in like an Irish or like Scottish accent.
Joker fucking dunks on.
Joker fucking dunks on an old businessman, gets him killed.
Thank you, Kyle.
Thank you very much. Ah, boy.
Reminds me of the there's a version of Diary of a Wimpy Kid that's like the Scottish English translation, where everything's like rewritten to be like in that like accent, and it is great.
You guys have probably seen this video. It's by a guy named Shay May. It's like a 7.5-hour review of Omega Ruby and Alpha.
Oh, yeah.
So he has quite a thick accent. He tweets like he speaks, and so he'll spell fucking as like FEWKIN, and it's like if you read it in his accent, it's like oh fucking, and then it kind of makes sense. It's so charming. I love it. I'm not saying this to like hate on him or anything because I love his stuff. They're like some people when they have accents like that, like they just like. Let me read out one of the last ones. You either die a good guy or you live long enough to see yourself become a wank. 2 is spelled TAE. Yourself is spelled YERSEL. Like it's so I love it.
You
Like,
said?
Genuinely, like with stuff like that, like with me being a writer, that stuff I genuinely love because I try to throw that out, stuff like that into books whenever I'm like trying to capture an accent. Rose the Red Eye of Depression. Man kills best friend after he says no homer after a 10-hour anal session. Gosh dang it, Florida.
Favorite soundtrack?
Is this just in general or for Persona?
I assume Persona.
I did say in the Persona 3 video that I had my favorite soundtrack, just like in general, but I'm not sure if I agree with that anymore.
I don't know, man. Because I didn't like Persona 4 soundtrack at all the first like month I started playing it. But I find myself humming Persona 4 music more than I find myself humming Persona 5 music.
I will say Persona 5 has my favorite soundtrack in general, but I think overall P4's music is a lot catchier.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm on my way. I'm at like the right in front of the treasure thing. What is it?
All right, so whenever it's gonna put you on a timer to run like and chase after him, you're gonna go into a little door that's gonna take you into a hallway, and there's gonna be a thing of dialogue, right?
Yeah, I'm just.
When you get that dialogue, literally turn around, and leave through the door you came from. You'll see what I mean.
Wait, is it when the timer shows up? Because we're just like in front of the treasure that's about to materialize.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah, so run up, you're gonna get your little cutscene.
Okay.
Get your little cutscene with the dungarees.
Get your little cutscene.
Get what you freaking deserve.
Have another joke, Ozzy.
Thank you. I like the big Bakugan that's supposed to be the treasure.
Bakugan.
I don't even remember what the treasure is.
It's a little model
It's a
spaceship.
little kit.
Yeah, Okumura plays with it in his office all the time.
Hey, has anyone listened to the alternate version of Another Woman from the Persona 5 soundtrack on Spotify?
Okay, so turn around and where am I going?
Back the way you came.
Through the door and then go back out. No, not back through the safe room.
Oh god.
Yeah, 'cause I'm.
Where do I go?
Okay, you're gonna go up the stairs.
Okay, I'm
I
going
should
up the
clarify
stairs.
that. Go up the stairs the way you're supposed to go.
Alright.
Alright. Yeah, because I sped up the video so I'm a little closer to the actual output.
This has to be a
Yes,
joke.
keep her going.
On my way.
Hey,
This? This little
Uh,
door?
Yeah, you're gonna go through this funny little door.
Okay.
I'm watching with you, chat.
And then turn around and leave right away?
Yeah, read your funny dialogue, and then just book it out of there
Alright, let's-
backwards.
wait, Joker.
Okay, let's see what happens.
Yeah, 'cause this is new to Royal.
No way, enemies at a time like this.
Somewhere. Oh my god.
Hey, that's a treasure
Mhm.
chest. It's fun time.
Oh shit, does this skip like the whole thing?
Yep.
That's so cool!
It's sick. This is like one of the best moments in the game.
What the fuck? It's just hidden!
It's a really cool secret. I love it.
Hey, wait up!
Dude, speedrun
There's also
tactics.
a treasure chest you didn't grab, you dummy.
I don't give a fuck.
Well, looks like we caught up to you, Mr.
This boss gave me more salt than the entirety of Dark Souls and Bloodborne. It's not that bad!
I'm gonna be really embarrassed if I do die here.
Here's the thing. In my opinion, the hardest part of this fight isn't even the part people complain about. I just think that the Big Bang attack or whatever it is like,
Whoa!
That's Vegeta's move.
yeah.
You guys skipped that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
it just caught up.
Yeah.
That's so
Remember
sick.
something that happened
Oh,
to
Trash or
me?
Treasure's here.
Who's that?
He makes really cool videos. He's got like
Why did
Sounds
He-
familiar.
he's a somewhat small channel, but he's got some pretty good videos. I saw his Persona Q video after I worked on mine. It's really good.
Let me see. I might. It sounds familiar.
He did a collaboration with Manga Common.
Ooh. So did I.
Ooh.
Let me see.
Father,
Oh yeah, there it is.
let's end it here.
I'm gonna give that the old 1-2 subscribe. Never subscribe to Nam though.
Yeah, that guy's an idiot.
Actual cringelord.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really Persona 3. Like, shut the fuck up, man. Come on.
What you even said?
He said the answer just ruined Persona 3.
Yeah, guys, you really good quick, dude. I swear.
Uh-oh, it's evolving.
I'll throw him a sub, too.
Yeah, you'll say it's easy, but only after you beat him for the first time. Not really. It's not
I
that
didn't
bad.
even first try on my first playthrough. First try, not even hard.
I beat the original version on my first try.
Well,
It-
yeah, that one's a lot different.
Okay.
Oh, we're at
That's
the
the thing.
guys. We're at the
When-
climax of Morgana's character arc when it's a Haru's moment.
Okay, that's the thing though. Like, even when I had lost to Okumura a couple times, and every single time I was like, no, this fight isn't that hard. I just made a really stupid decision.
You know,
I just wanted to rush it. I'm like, yeah, whatever.
it's kind of ironic that Okumura's forehead is quite small, like relatively speaking.
Yeah.
And
That's not where the genes came from.
Yeah, I was gonna say clearly not.
She's not even.
Oh shit, we got another $5 from
yeah,
Compendium. How to beat Okumura tips and tricks. Number 1, don't suck at the game. Number 2, know how to play the game. And 3, use more than 2 brain cells and win.
You know, I could pull up my guide, but I think it's funnier
It's
if
an
you
excellent guide.
I appreciate that.
Kyle's got
but-
it right though.
Okay, I don't know if I mentioned this to you or not before, Nick. Like, when I play with my friends, I find it extremely funny that it's like, oh yeah, so how do I beat this fight on my first try again? I'm like, oh yeah, let me just get this, and I just pull up my own video, and I'm like, okay, what are they weak to again? Okay, here we go. They don't even have to switch to Merciless though. That just makes it even easier. Anywho, here's Morgana's awesome character arc
Yes,
moment.
this is Morgana's
I don't even think
moment.
it's awful. I think this moment's fine. I just don't get why it happens here.
Probably because he had his baby rage early, so it's like.
Yeah. Trasher Treasure said, "Oh, thanks for the shout out. You guys keep it up too."
Thank you.
IMO, the Okumura boss is hard for new players and easy for experienced players. It was really hard for me, at least. That's the thing. I've met thousands of experienced players who say that this fight was bullcrap. It's not just new players. You're in the same boat.
So when is Simply Dad gonna show up? He knows of my existence because he commented on my Nocturne video.
Ooh.
And he just pretty much just said, oh, you got something wrong here. It was actually, like, because I said something, it's like, oh, they designed it like this because of the hardware limitations, like the environments. It's like, that's actually wrong. They were intentionally doing that the whole time. I was like, okay.
Alright.
Yeah, that's about it.
Okay.
Oh, here we are. Here it is.
Woo! Time to die. It's hard. You're gonna die. You suck?
The phony with the face of my daughter.
I do love all of his individual call-outs. This fight is so much better than the original version, because the original one was just boring. I find this one interesting. Slender Cow says just spam triple down move is broken for this fight.
That's how
No,
I beat it the first try.
Yeah. Even that's the thing, like
Hey, Good Hunter Akira, it's one thing to talk about other dudes' content and videos, but let's not say anything about their character because we don't know them and neither do you.
That's the thing. Like, you can only judge so much of someone's like character off of what they put into their content or whatever you see.
Yeah.
Like, again, I think we talked about this last time we streamed. I don't agree with a lot of his opinions or how he goes about his opinions. That's not the same thing. It's very different.
Yeah.
It's also important to remember that, like, basically no matter what, the person that you're seeing on the other end of the screen... Is that a robot Haru? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. The person that you're seeing on like, a video is manufactured, and it's not the same as the actual person. So we shouldn't make comments about that person's character when it's probably a lot different from how it's presented on the videos. It's just not, yeah.
Like, I try to be as, like, authentic to, like, a lot of my, like, feelings and kind of personality in my videos, and even still, oh dang, I'll get to that in a sec. Yeah, even still, it's very much an exaggerated performance of who I am for the purpose of entertainment. So if someone wants to play, like, the over optimistic person, the overly, like, I guess, like, ego-driven or, like, overly complimenting, whatever. It's performance. Anyways, $5 from Uncle Liam and Kyle Kimber at the same time.
Oh, geez, you guys are very generous today. Thank you.
Yeah, Kyle said not a big fan of Simply Dad, but his Nocturne video is okay. But he doesn't like how pessimistic it is, which, it's whatever.
Well,
Yeah, no,
he's
I agree
obviously
with
very
the,
passionate about the series, and if he's not a fan of the direction it's going, he has the right to complain about it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Haru just got bursted down by like all the enemies.
Yeah, I mean that's a lot of people say that, like, it's impossible to know what's going to happen in this fight. They literally only target one person at a time. It's
And I agree with what Ozyak is saying, is that it's like a performance of sorts. Because fuck, I was gonna say it's like, do people actually think that Gordon Ramsay goes home, sees that his wife like folded his laundry, but it's like slightly folded incorrectly? He's like, "Are you fucking dense?"
Okay, it'd be like taking like the the AVGN like channel like ripoffs or whatever, like Iron Man, like that, and being like, in their sketch they scream in rage at this game mechanic, and then when they get off the video camera they play whatever game and that thing happens and they literally kick their TV.
Yeah, like it's and saying that he's like that outside of videos, but it's like,
what have you seen of that? That's the question. Because even if it's not in his videos, like even on like streams, if you see of them, like, just because you're on a stream and it's not scripted doesn't mean you're still not putting up a show.
yeah.
Like even us, we're here to entertain.
Well, it's like, and we're also like very much aware that there are many eyes, or more accurately, ears on us right now.
Yeah.
And so like, because for me, it's like, I'd like to say that my opinions, of course, are my own and whatnot, but how I present those opinions are completely manufactured to be as, to be how I would want them to be. If that makes sense. It's like what I think isn't really changed, but how I conduct myself, I use my online persona as a way of like, this is my ideal version of myself, someone that isn't a fucking idiot. Someone who thinks before they speak.
or you can do the flip side where you just make it the more comically terrible version of yourself, and that can work.
Shit. Sorry, I'm
Some-
playing the game.
Are you gonna lose the fight?
I'm actually not gonna lose the fight. I'm gonna fucking decimate him.
Some
Wow.
people want to be a villain. Like, that's
Yeah.
the end of the day, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Turning heel is a reason, like, is a thing for a reason. A lot of people do want to play like the extreme, like, dismissive critic or something like that.
Yeah.
Even if, like, that's another thing, because a lot of people will get on the case of someone criticizing something more harshly than they actually feel, even though a lot of the time that is for entertainment purposes. You already beat the part of the fight everyone hates. I want to note that. You already did it.
It's not hard. It's not hard.
No, it's hard. It's hard.
Yeah, and that's not to say that you have to like his videos, like, at all. Like, you don't have to do that. But I'm just saying that, like, commenting about him as a person is,
Yeah.
I would feel bad talking shit about somebody, because at the end of the day, he is a person, and at the end of the day, he's just fucking making videos talking about games. Who gives a shit?
That's the thing, like, just being like, I didn't like his Undertale video. He said game poopy, bad person. I don't like, he dismissed what I thought of this thing. It's like, I don't.
It's like, I watch a video about a game that I really like, and the person and someone's like, "Oh, this game's fucking awful," and they say that in the video. What I think is like, "Oh, that sucks. I didn't like it," and then I do something else. Like, I don't think this person is awful.
I have the AVGN reaction to the YouTube videos I see of people disagreeing with me.
You say, "Hey, want to listen to some tunes?" Yeah. Hi, infamous Sir Hellfire. He's a lovely fellow, lovely gentleman.
Howdy.
Howdy. Sorry, I'm just gaming so hard right now.
It's so hard.
Right, the boss fight is. I'm in on the joke, kind of, but I've never actually fought this boss, so I don't really want to.
Oh, just to clarify, you know how you went through like the different waves of enemies? So in this version, if you go 2 full like turns of your full party without killing all the enemies, they then walk away and get reset and a whole other wave appears.
What the fuck?
Which is kind of interesting because
I
it
don't
kind of
think
has
that includes this guy.
Not this guy. It's all the guys before, which is why I said you got past the part that everyone complains about. But people got so stuck on green robots that they screamed and cried for several weeks. And like I guess that's valid if it happened to you, but I don't think it's that bad.
They shredded up their Makoto body pillows, punched a hole in their. They threw their Hot Wheels Morgana car.
Bill said, no, Nam did not like Epic Persona Q. Unsubscribe, bad person, and an angry emoji.
Holy shit! I think I might die. I think I fucked up.
You serious? If you die, we're never letting you live it down. Easiest boss in the game.
Guess what? I got Enduring Soul. Doesn't even matter.
Alright, okay, but you see what I mean by the only thing. This is the part that people don't even care about this part, and I think this part's way harder. Like just because of that one attack than everything before it. Defoffalizer's videos on P5 Palaces. He ripped this fight to shreds.
I think I've heard that name.
I think I know that guy. Was he the one who said that the fight sucked?
Big Bang Burger.
I don't. Because if it's who I'm thinking of. Let me see.
Yeah, by the way, Demaster Tony, nobody's saying that you shouldn't watch his videos, that you can't like him. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's like live and let live.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure he's a very kind fellow.
Mm-hmm. So, like, I don't know. I think jumping the gun on someone's online performance like that is a bit much. Osakaya Kimber, another $5. Holy crap. To clarify, I don't hate simply or his opinions. I hate how he antagonizes the people that like the thing he hates, especially in his Persona 3 videos, which I guess that's like you can disagree with how they go about their critique or whatever.
Yep.
Regardless of that, I just think going, this is a bad, terrible person, is jumping the gun, which isn't what you did, but you got it.
Yeah.
I just think it's a bit much.
That's the best part of an online Persona. You can make it whatever you want it to be.
Yo, Persona? Is this thematic? Comes and dies.
Dude, I'm still... Even my online Persona is still as petty as I am. I love it.
Mm-hmm. I love my online Persona. It's just me.
I would say mine's mostly me. I would just say that I'm less antagonistic online and that I try to be as positive as possible, because it's like I'm in an opportunity where I don't have to react on reflex almost.
That's the thing, like in my videos, it's very much just with video making in general, you get more of an opportunity to sit down and rationalize a lot of what you need to say without it having to be like more combative, like a debate.
Yeah, like if someone
lay out everything at once.
Yeah, like if someone's talking shit to me like face to face, I might be like, "Yo, dude, like what the fuck? Like chill." Like I'd get kind of flustered. But if someone's talking shit to me on Twitter, I can take a step back and be like, "Okay, what is the healthiest way to kind of talk about this, or what is like, how can I deal with this situation where nobody gets upset and everyone's chilling?"
Mm-hmm.
That's Mr. Hellfire says, "My online personas, I hate everyone." Oh wait, that's just me.
He hates me too.
Look, as someone who also makes Assassin's Creed videos, I also just hate the world.
If you watch my actual videos and then come to my streams expecting the same sort of articulation, professionalism, you're not getting that.
Yeah, no, it's Infamous Mr. Hellfire also makes Assassin's Creed, some Assassin's Creed videos, and it's he's the guy whose Mirror's Edge video I accidentally ripped the title from.
Wow.
That's just...
Wow, rip off much.
Because somebody was like, "Oh, have you watched this guy?" I'm like, No, who is he? He's like, "Oh, he makes these videos. You should go check him out." And I looked at the channel and I was like, "Oh fuck! Oh no!
Yeah, that.
Oh no!"
Like that, really entertaining. It's just people read a lot more into that than we do.
Yeah.
And I find being a YouTube creator interesting.
What do you mean?
Just in like, I don't know. There's a lot of interesting aspects to. Oh my gosh, Kyle! Hell yeah, this boss is a cakewalk. $2.
Dude, forget stealing your heart. We're stealing his money.
Stealing his cash. Thank you. Thank you very much.
And I just with a lot of the stuff we were talking about, though, I find there's a lot of interesting facets to it when it comes to actually discussing the experience of it. and like the creation and everything like that.
Everyone, let's go.
Also, why aren't you losing, Nick?
My father.
Yeah, come on, man. It's
It's
hard.
so hard. I can't do it. Wow, look at this symbolism. Okumura's willing to sacrifice his own daughters for his benefit. I just
Actually,
missed!
you're literally gonna poop your pants.
I sure do hope this doesn't detonate in like one turn.
Sir Hellfire says stealing titles, stealing money. What's next? In my next video, I put on
Stealing
an
your
Australian
wife.
accent the entire time. I put on an Australian accent. My next video is called the Desmond Trials.
Woo! Did you die? Wow.
Nope.
All right. So in my opinion, to attack him, just shoot him in the face.
I'm
So-
gonna shoot him before Catchy
thank
gets
you,
the chance.
Tama.
It didn't seem like they really changed his boss that much, did he? Or is like the robot Haru kind of the
Or
big?
when you're not strong.
Oh, gotcha.
Also, I do like that they literally gave him 1 health in this version because I think he used to have at least a little.
Whoa, that is sweet.
All I'm saying is, not that hard.
What are you talking about?
I was even on hard mode. I was on hard
What do
mode,
you mean?
guys.
You're cheating! You're cheating!
Oh boy, what should we give our good old pal Yusuke?
How about you restart the fight and lose this time?
Okay. He doesn't need Surukaja.
Gus, get
a chair.
Trash is
That
trash
was
is
it.
lucky for this one. It's not luck, it's easy.
I blinked. I blinked and it was over.
I completely forgot there was even a timer in this boss. I wasn't even paying attention to it.
Dude,
Wasn't
in
even-
regular P5, I almost ran out of time. It was fucking brutal.
I remember that. It was funny.
It was bad.
Moral of the story, Oziak's always right. Subscribe.
You see, I followed this because I followed your guide the entire time. As you can see, I applied your exact same strategy.
Exactly, and that's the only way to win. I find that funny. Like, a lot of people responded like, yeah, this guide only works because that's the only way to win, and it's basically impossible otherwise unless you're, like, way over level. I'm like, no, it's not, because that's not even the strategy I used, and I was under level, and I was on a harder difficulty.
It took me 45 minutes to get Shido down to like one move. Like he had one little sliver of health left, and I fucking lost.
Yeah.
And that's when I decided to just farm the Reaper, because I got really pissed off. Well, I wasn't pissed off, like I knew I was under leveled, and I'm glad I did, because if I was barely scraping by with Shido, I would have been fucked for what came after.
Uh-huh.
Because I was still using Swift Strike. It's a great move, I swear.
I was extremely under level in my first P5 playthrough, not even Royal, to where I think at the final boss I was like around level 50 or
Oh
something.
man, on my first P5 playthrough, I didn't do the strength confidant at all, so I didn't even have like group fusion.
Oh, me neither. I didn't know it was a thing.
I was wondering why they got rid of it.
Well, that's the thing, I hadn't played a Persona game at that point, so I beat the game and then found out, oh yeah, they wanted these Personas, and I'm like, oh, I guess I could have done this.
Oh no.
Also, oh my gosh, they killed him!
It's actually really surprising. We've been streaming for over 2 hours, and we are just now getting a comment that says "delicious pancakes."
Yeah.
Because he showed up. I mentioned
Yeah.
this
Where?
last stream.
Oh, spoilers!
Where did he-
Spoilers!
Where did he show up? I don't see him. Am I
Um,
like super far behind?
probably because we just saw Sir shoot at
Fine boy walked up and he shot a man.
Oh, there he is.
No
Wow.
one's so far behind. We're just entering Kamoshida's palace.
Because here's a fun little tip for you. If you put the playback speed on 2 times, it'll catch you up closer to the actual like.
It'll catch
Video.
you.
How the fuck? Really?
Yeah, I forgot I could do that, so it brought me way closer. Because I used to be exactly where you were.
Did a great job.
I used to be like you. Yep.
I was in your
We've
shoes
been
before.
streaming for 3 hours.
Oh jeez.
Nice.
The palace collapsing is like my mental strength.
Why do I feel like playing this in 2x speed is gonna like break the fucking space-time continuum? Like, why? How is that
You're
possible?
gonna go past it. No, it resets whenever you catch up.
Okay.
For a sec.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Mhm. That would be beautiful if you could just send past.
Like that's the
it.
equivalent of like crossing the streams.
Yeah, Nolan sets the stream playback to double speed, then he can hear us talking about something, and then a tragedy happens, and now Nolan has the information he wants to prevent said tragedy.
It's like That's So Raven, but in my efforts to prevent the tragedy, those efforts are what caused the tragedy.
Yeah.
I mean, again, we've been foreshadowing a house fire this entire stream, so
Yeah.
for all
I
we
just
know,
look back at my electrical outlet.
all the way.
Was there ever an episode where Raven realized that every time she tried to intervene, she would just end up causing the bad event, and she just like stood back?
Dude,
I feel
that was
like-
the last episode, dude.
Was it where she was just like, you know what, fuck it?
Yeah, that's how
Let
it
it
ends.
that's what she said.
Yeah, yeah, and then her little brother, fucking Corey, in the house comes and says, "This truly is That's So Raven."
His name is Corey in the house in that show. My name's Raven. This is my little brother, Corey in the house.
And then she does something, and then the parents go, "That's so Raven."
Holy
I
shit.
do want to know. We should like tally up how much freaking Kyle has sent over this stream.
I don't want to know because I feel like I and Nick will feel bad.
I can see how much I've made from this stream, and Kyle has been a very generous person, and I appreciate
Yes,
it
thank
a
you
lot.
very much, Kyle.
Yeah, and Kyle says another actual tip. You can just hold X during all-out gun attacks. Same with darts. You don't have to flick the controller. Just press X.
I knew about the darts thing. I actually didn't know that about the gun attacks.
Wait, you don't have to flip the controller with darts?
No, which makes it infinitely easier when you have to do the special challenge, if you know what I mean.
I didn't mess with a single darts game. That's all I'm saying. On my first play.
Oh wow, what we got a legend over
Yeah,
here.
dude, I'm the fucking Persona 5 master. I'm better than your bud Tevin. I'm probably better than Gnarly whenever he gets to it. I'm probably better than you too.
All the call out posts here. Freaking jeez. Kyle just said you owe me.
Yeah. Kyle's gonna go home to his wife, and she's gonna be like, "Where the fuck is the savings account?"
Yeah, flicking the controller is so much fun. That is true, J Bale.
Yeah,
it is
immerses
fun.
me in the game. For a second, I believe I have actual friends.
I realized I thought I had friends. I threw the controller at the TV. It didn't really work out that way. All my friends died.
Can we just say that the darts minigame in Persona 5 Royal is better than the one in the Final Fantasy 7 remake?
Yeah.
That one controlled like garbage, in my opinion.
Garbage.
So what you're saying
Send a
is
real
Royal
there.
is a
Or
better
take-
game. You're saying Royal is a better game than Final Fantasy 7 Remake. That's what you're
Yep.
telling me right now.
Yep.
Yeah, I actually do think Royal's a better game than Final Fantasy 7 remake. I do like
Wow!
I like that.
It all comes out.
I like that game a lot. Final Fantasy 7 remake.
Nicholas finally spitting facts.
Yeah, it's almost like I actually enjoy Persona 5, contrary
No.
to popular belief, apparently.
No. No!
Oh, Nick, I can't wait for you to rip Persona 5 a new one in your review.
I've gotten comments like that.
Yeah,
I
when
know.
are you gonna play P5, huh? When are you gonna make a P5 video?
I think the one that stuck out to me the most was like in my Persona 1 video when I said, yeah, I didn't find Kandori that interesting. We didn't get enough time with him. He's like, man, I can't wait for you to rip into the Persona 5 villains if you didn't like Kandori. It's like, maybe I don't agree with that.
Dude, like, that's, to go back to the fucking awesome Assassin's Creed 3 comments I always get, a lot of them are like, I can't wait for In Defense of Assassin's Creed 3. And little do they know, I played the game last year and it didn't fucking work.
That's
I couldn't
so funny.
complete half of the quests because the quests were actually broken.
Man, Assassin's
And,
Creed 3 is a time.
And at least the PS4 port was the worst Assassin's Creed experience I've ever had. There was glitches where enemies would detect you through walls. There was glitches where you would just like, you would take damage after countering someone. There was glitches where there was an enemy that could not be killed no matter how, like if you countered him, he would fall to the ground, just get back up. Like you do the crazy kill animation and he would just like snap back to his neutral position. And when it says you have to kill him, you'd just be stuck.
I actually prefer Assassin's Creed 3 on the Wii U.
It was the most broken experience.
I love Assassin's Creed 3 on the Wii U.
I think that was a launch title, or at least
It was.
near launch. Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
I'm just saying, Sir Hellfire, when your video comes out, if you don't say that Odyssey is the Antichrist, you're going to get killed.
Yeah, when Nolan did his video on why he liked Odyssey, like Assassin's Creed Odyssey, like right when it came out, it's an hour-long video, and nobody watched the whole video at that point, obviously. Right when it came out, I was like, oh, I disagree, and it's
people are like, oh, you're so wrong.
Yeah.
And to be fair, like there were some, like a lot of that video relied on, because people got mad because they're like, oh, well, a lot of this is subjective, and it's like, yeah, no shit.
Yeah, it's an opinion piece.
That's what a fucking review. Have you ever heard of a critique? It's like, it's someone else's assessment of quality. Like, it's inherently subjective. But I think the thing that people don't give me credit for is that I criticized Odyssey for a lot of shit that people like haven't said much about online, and I was pretty proud about that. But the thing is, people didn't watch the video, or like there was a ton of comments of people being like, yeah, Odyssey sucks because of this, but it's something that I addressed in the video, or I at least said like, hey, I like this, I can't help that I like it, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say there is a channel that I really like that has a series called D-Views, which, like, on the note of like, oh, this is all like subjective, it's just your opinion because it's a freaking review.
Yeah.
I do like that the thing that those videos go for, and they're extremely funny. I'll send them a little after this if I can. But it's essentially doing a short little review of a game and giving their genuine feelings on a lot of things, but intentionally making it so at the end of the review you cannot tell in the slightest whether they actually enjoyed or hated the game. It's really clever. It's really effective.
I feel like I unironically did that with my Valhalla video. Because I feel like it was so down the middle of like I didn't equal the amount of things I liked and didn't like about it. And Valhalla is just such a tough game because it feels like a fucking 20-hour game that's like stretched to the 100-hour mark. And it's pain and suffering.
By the way, for anyone wondering about the Discord link, I have not updated it yet. There's an updated link that's on my channel. Like if you click on my channel and then there's the sidebar, you can see that there's a updated Discord link in case.
Sorry, Kyle just donated another $2 saying, you're nitpicking and biased, I win, bye-bye.
I love that friggin' quote has become a meme.
It's funny. It's really good.
You are nitpicky and biased. I win, bye-bye.
That is a very good quote, Hellfire. Assassin's Creed Odyssey is like, yeah, it's a pair of buns and you get like the Beyond Meat patty. Where it's like, yeah, I guess this works.
What is it with games being compared to sandwiches?
Because everyone loves food, and we're gamers.
Let's think, because my first Okumura, like the Okumura video I did, the first one, it was like kind of intentional, because it's like, yeah, Big Bang Burger, whatever. But I have like 3 different comparisons in that video related to comparing it to McDonald's.
Oh, Okumura's Palace is like when you leave a sandwich out for 3 days, it gets all moldy and gross. Okay,
Nick, I told you about, I think the reason my Twitter account got deleted, right? Like the original one?
Because you made a threat to your friend or something.
Okay. Yeah, because I had tweeted him just straight up, I'll kill you, because he sent me a meme. But the meme in question was my first video, where there's the whole, like, me opening just like, Persona, and then he spliced in the part later where I'm talking about McDonald's, and so the video is just Persona is a McDonald's burger, and then extremely distorted audio over the credits to P5.
It's a McDonald's burger.
It's such a funny video. I don't know if I can still find it, but it's so funny.
Oh my god, please, if you can find it, I would love to see that.
I should ask him for it.
At first, I thought at first you said, oh, he spliced it, so at the start of the video, instead of going Persona, it goes McDonald's.
No. Yeah, here's that other video, and then let me ask him if he has it.
That is fucking hilarious.
But yeah, to cap off the Assassin's Creed discussion, because I'm sure it's boring a lot of people. Basically, the fandom is really weird, and like the community is really weird to tackle, because there's so many people with so many different opinions, and there's so many games in the Assassin's Creed series that people are saying is not a true Assassin's Creed game, that it's really tough to figure out what is a true Assassin's Creed game. Because they're like, well, this one has pirates, that's not assassins. This one has mercenaries, that's not assassins. This one has Vikings, that's not assassins.
No, screw that. The only real Assassin's Creed games are the ones that have Desmond.
Yeah, no, that's
Miles.
generally what the opinion is, and I agree with that. I just think like
I don't
I
even
don't know.
care.
I think
I don't
what defines
care.
an Assassin's Creed game is a really tough thing to nail down because everyone has their own definition of it, and everyone will scream at you if you don't share that definition.
You know it's an Assassin's Creed game when it's extremely good and bad at the same time throughout all of it simultaneously.
One of my favorite things was I played Assassin's Creed 2 somewhat recently, and I took a long break after playing that game, and I went to play Brotherhood because Nolan said it was much better than Assassin's Creed 2, and I wasn't a big fan of Assassin's Creed 2.
Yeah.
And then I installed the game, I open it up, I play it. The very first moment I get control of the game, like, and actually start to move around, I mess up. I'm holding straight and I'm holding the button, and the jump goes off in a completely wrong direction, and I just say, looks like the parkour still sucks ass.
Man, I love those games. All I'm saying is I won in the end because Altair was the one who got added to Smash. So, Frank.
Yeah,
Altair was always better than Ezio. I win.
Bye-bye. Anyways, that's all I really wanted to do for the stream. I got all this stuff done. I proved everyone forever that Okumura is not a hard boss.
Yeah, I was going to cover. You said that your character is better than Ezio. You've selected death.
Yeah, that's
good on you, Nick.
Yeah, I got all the stuff I wanted to get done, and now I'm going to spend the rest of my free time playing this game to finish it eventually.
Should you save again?
I believe I did, but I'm just save one more time just in case.
Me and Nick are gonna have awesome time where we both get footage for videos together.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's
Which Ozyak is free to join in on after the stream.
Yeah, it's our ritual.
It is, and we both just like talk massive amounts of shit about the game that each other is reviewing.
Oh man.
Okay, I'm gonna create a new Discord invite right now just so I can just post it in chat.
Someone said Ubisoft woke trash. Same with Naughty Dog. Uh-oh, female lead character.
Women.
Not in my video game.
Kyle Kimber with one final $5. Next time on Pasta Song 4.0 plus 1.0, I beg Caroline to crush my sack. Joker Santa now 15 minutes, and I cry over my dead child.
Dude.
What a perfect narrative.
Thank God King Narukami isn't here. He'd be all over that.
Yeah.
We
finally got it.
Nick, I don't know if you saw it because we didn't read all of them, but he was getting into it.
Oh, that's just how it is.
Some horny shit. It was funny, but I didn't want to encourage anyone else to.
I also didn't want to repeat it.
There was a couple of Persona streams ago, it got like really horny to the point where it was like actually uncomfortable, and so I just don't want to like read too much of it out anymore.
Yeah. Nam, you're spamming. You're spamming. Timeout.
Everyone else gets slow mode. I don't. Haha.
Timeout.
Okay, yeah. So if you're interested in joining the Discord, there's a link right there. We sometimes do voice chats there, but most of the time I'm like busy. I sometimes make free time to join.
Yeah.
I love you.
Thank you.
Akira, I'm not going to even engage in the whole political agenda in games thing. Not my.
Nope.
Not my potential poll.
Thank you, everyone, for stopping by. Nolan and Ozzy, I'm glad that you guys are going to be in my footage that I'm going to edit, and I get to hear your voices while I do.
And this is the first time me and Ozzy have been in a call together.
Yeah, it's pretty gamer.
I liked it.
You guys have so much to relate to, like your shared love of Honey Pop.
Oh,
and women. It goes hand in hand.
Okay, well, anyways, thank you so much for stopping by, everyone. I'll do another stream at some point. I don't want to spam this channel with streams because I want to, get the videos out.
Mm-hmm.
The next time I do this is probably, it might be one more Persona 5 stream, but other than that, there's probably going to be stuff for, like, DDS or Nocturne HD when that comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, so...
And thanks to the chat for not spoiling me on anything. I really appreciate that, and thanks for being just so cool all around.
Woo!
Okay, well,
oh yeah, we didn't have any instances like that.
Akira, if you're wondering Nam's thoughts on Strikers, he has a review on his channel that you
subscribe
can go
to Nam's Compendium.
Oh yeah, also My friends here, they also have their channels in the description, and I updated Ozyak so it doesn't say he's dumb anymore because he was
never mind,
frothing
don't
from the
care.
mouth. He was screaming at me after that.
Yeah, he sent me a couple of DMs. He's like, "Why the fuck are you friends with Nam?" I was like, honestly, it was just ironic at first, but
I thought he was joking. He just kept going.
Okay, well, goodbye.
Yeah,